When it comes to holiday gifting for guys, it's not always so easy. But thanks to Mack Weldon, it's super simple to find something great no matter which guy you're shopping for. Whether it's Mack Weldon's warm knit tops, undershirts, or Sunday lounge pants, Mack Weldon has men's basics that are guaranteed to keep everyone on your list comfortable. Mack Weldon is the perfect mixture of comfort and style, and the ease of shopping makes it the perfect holiday gift. Mack Weldon promises comfort and consistent fit, from socks, shirts, and hoodies to underwear, polos, and active shorts. Mack Weldon's wide range of customized fabrics can keep up with you no matter what your day looks like, whether you're working out, going to work, or on a date. And with Weldon Blue, Mack Weldon's totally free loyalty program, you'll get free shipping for life. If you don't like your first pair of underwear, you can keep them and they'll still refund you, no questions asked. Win the gift-giving season and get 20% off your first order. Visit MackWeldon.com/peasants and enter promo code peasants. That's PEASANTS. That's MackWeldon.com/peasants. Promo code PEASANTS for 20% off. Mack Weldon, reinventing men's basics.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
I gotta get a witness. No!
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's true. Sometimes I cry.
Oh! Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast. This is episode 815.
Do it live!
And we are about to do it live once again for everyone. Welcome back. And we've got Steve McRae. Hi, Steve.
Yo, glad to be back. It is awesome to be back today.
It is awesome.
We're glad to have you back.
Yeah, let's see your fancy booze that you showed us.
I brought out the good stuff for you boys tonight. This is called E&J Golden. Well, no, I'm sorry. Grand Blue. It is a type of brandy, and it is VSOP, so it's aged 4 years. And I'm drinking it in my coffee, but eventually, by the time we start talking about Nick Fuentes, I'm sure I'll be drinking straight from the bottle.
You are compelled to drink while talking about Nick Fuentes.
I'll have a drink with you when we hit 50% of our goal.
Yes. All right. Quick reminder, everyone, we're doing our Saturday bonus show. We do one every Saturday. We've done one every Saturday for the past,
87 years.
Plus 2 years or more, all right? So help us reach the goal. Billy said he'll have some drinky drinks. Once we get to 50%, which we're only 10% of the way from that, there's a link in the description. Test, or at least test out our Streamlabs to make sure it works. And if we get a donation that's $20 or more, the TTS will read it out live, and we'll have to be like, oh, shit, let's read this message.
Yeah.
All messages below that will be read after each segment. So check that out. Whew, man. There's actually a lot of stuff that came in for tonight's show last minute. I want to encourage all of you watching right now, please like the stream. This is going to be great. This is going to be mostly an antagonism focused episode featuring some interesting antagonists. Some of the worst, in my opinion.
Speaking of the worst of the worst, do we have an update on Steve McRae's nemesis?
My nemesis is the worst of the worst. Actually, one of the worst on YouTube. Yes, I think that's actually going to be confirmed here coming up. I don't know if you're familiar with the Dumb Fuck of the Year awards. Are you? They should be by now. It's like the 6th annual Dumb Fuck of the Year award. Well, the Dumb Fuck of the Year basically is, self-explanatory. The person who's done some of the dumbest things all year. Usually it's a flat earther, but clearly I think that Kyle from the Non Sequitur show is probably going to win it this year.
Didn't-
The reason being is, what's that? Go ahead.
Didn't Kyle not win it last year? Didn't you give it to someone else who was actually dumber
Was
than
it
him?
that girl?
No, who won it last year? It was, I know G-Man was the first winner.
Okay.
And then Jeranism had won. But last year it was, I don't remember. Who
I don't
won.
think it was
Anthony
Kyle.
Riley. Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
It was Anthony Riley. Thank you, Cheshire.
All right.
Really?
She's my pocket mind. She reminds me of all this stuff. It was Anthony Riley who's a flat earther. And it's hard to beat a flat earther. Look, I mean, if you think the earth is flat, you pretty much are the bottom of the barrel, dumbest of the dumb. There's not much below you that's existence or exists in reality. So I don't know how anybody could not be a flat earther and win. But Kyle, I think, has succeeded in doing so, or about to do so, because it had came out after we had subpoenaed the banks, which was the Discover, the Zelle, and I actually did Amazon as well. We had found out that it was confirmed that he had altered evidence to the court, including altered bank records, including altered Amazon dates. He actually had said that one of the things that came in to the address he was supposedly at was on August 8th. That was actually been changed. The account had not been opened until months later. It was December 24th of that year when the account was opened.
So just to recap, Kyle, your former business partner in your former YouTube channel that you're suing for several different things, and it's been going on for what, almost 2 years now.
Almost 2 years.
He forged documents that he submitted to court as evidence.
Yeah, so he has some of these Discover records because he was trying to get out of the default judgment. So he was trying to tell the court that he had been living with his boyfriend at the time. But his boyfriend said no, he was not, and he actually went under oath during the deposition and said he was not living with me. But Kyle had submitted evidence to the court saying that he was living with him, one of which was bank records with supposedly a change of address to his boyfriend's address rather than his prior address where he was served.
And this was this his is he still with this person? Are they still together?
No, not at all. Matter of fact, one of the reasons this person came forward, he was because Kyle had been lying to him about multiple other things.
That's what, before we went on the air, that's what I had meant when I said, like, someone exposed him, like...
his ex... Okay, I know. Okay, his ex-boyfriend came to me a couple months ago and said, hey, you know, he never lived with me. All this is a lie. This is a fabricated story from the get-go.
Wow.
But what Kyle did was he downloaded a PDF of a bank statement, went in under Adobe Edit and changed the information because the account had not been open until August. He had backdated it. Excuse me, the account was open in October. He had backdated it to August and changed the date to August and all the dates to August and everything on it, but forgot to change or didn't recognize that there's a postal code on it, a universal barcode on it that had not been changed and that had the original zip code.
My God.
Not the second one. So one of my friends, Ruhif, had discovered that. But look, this doesn't match, and we had brought it to the court's attention. They verified it independently with the clerk and with my lawyer's assistant, and they said, "Yeah, this looks like it's been altered." So we subpoenaed the bank and said, "Hey, we want the original copies of the bank report." Found out everything he had submitted had been changed. He had changed the dates on it. He had changed the financials on it. And then, of course, like I said, he changed the Amazon and he changed Zelle payments because he kept on saying that he was making payments to his boyfriend for rent. When come to find out, he never lived there, thus no rent payments. These payments that he had shown as evidence that he was making rent payments were fraudulent. They were forged. They were actually been altered.
So
they never existed.
How much longer do they have to? I mean, how much longer are they going to allow him to keep doing this kind of stuff before there's actual
that's a great question. Yeah. Okay. So we have a motion to order show cause because he hasn't complied by the court order, but his lawyer that people had got together. So a very dishonest YouTuber that we all know by now, UniRock, had supported a GoFundMe for Kyle to get a lawyer. Kyle got a lawyer, raised $5,000 or $6,000 for this lawyer. This lawyer withdrew a couple months later after Kyle was deposed, and Kyle lied under his deposition, saying that he never forged anything. It was all accurate. She found out after we got the subpoenas back that he had lied. she put in a motion under a Rule 1.1.6 1.1.6b 147 and 9, which is basically, hey, I have a client that I cannot trust, and I want to be removed from the case. I want to withdraw. And that was approved just recently. The judge gave Kyle 2 weeks to get a new lawyer. That expired on the 5th of December. And now we're just waiting for them to order the contempt hearing.
I see.
So that could be any time.
Yeah.
Damn.
I feel like this has been going on for a really long time, and I can't wait for it to be over.
He's going to prison. That's when it's going to be over. He's going to go to prison.
Yeah. You know, he may have. It's weird that he's going to forge a document and submit it to the court as if he wasn't already in enough trouble. And
he forged his boyfriend's signature on a forged rental agreement. So there's multiple counts of forgery, multiple counts of submission of altered evidence, and multiple counts of perjury.
So it went from maybe there's criminal charges to like now there's definitely criminal activity taking place.
Yeah, there's no question about it. The judge is either going to turn it over to the DA, or he's going to rule from the bench on a criminal contempt hearing. I think he's going to give it to the DA.
It's craziness.
It's just an open shut case. It's not a matter of did he commit perjury. It's, hey, do you want a plea bargain? Because we have you saying things and submitting evidence that we have show is false and untrue statements. And these are clear cut cases of perjury, which is usually very difficult to prove, right? Because perjury is kind of subjective. This is him actually lying under oath on a deposition after his lawyer said, do you realize that there's penalties if you lie, and you would go back to jail because he's already been to prison before. He's a convicted felon with 2 prior felonies.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, why would I do that? Why would I lie? I don't want to go back to prison. So he had full mens rea.
Why would I lie is something that a lot of liars say.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's a form of deception too. Kyle is very good at that. It is a lie when you actually can tell the truth and still lie. For example,
sure.
if I say, hey, Kyle, did you steal the money? He's like, of course I stole the money. Like, oh yeah, what do you think? And he's trying to be sarcastically trying to make it sound like, he didn't actually steal the money. That actually is a lie, even though he told the truth. That is being considered a lie in philosophical speak.
Of course I stole the money.
So you can tell the truth and still lie.
Did he do that? Did he say, of course I stole the money?
Well, no, but let's say that he tried to get out of it because he's very sarcastic, right? So he's like, yeah, of course I stole the money. Duh. And people are like, okay, he's playing flippant. But of course he's telling the truth. Did he say that? No. But that would have been constitutive of a lie.
I notice, Steve, every time we have you on, there are these people that follow you around, and they never comment on our videos unless you're on, and it's always like disparagement and like defamation. It's
character assassination.
Yeah, they just
I've been accused of being a rape apologist, which they don't understand that word, rape apologist. I actually have a lot of women in my life that have been victims of rape. I understand what an actual rape apologist is. They do not, and it's very disgusting that they try to character assassinate people by labeling that. Nate, the lawyer, uses that tactic quite frequently to try to characterize me as some kind of rape apologist, because I had a rapist on one time on my show. And I was just trying to explain why I had the guy on. And of course, it got blown way out of proportion, and he just used that information.
Everybody that paid for the Mike Tyson fight is a rape apologist, by the way.
It's amazing, right? I mean, a person who is a rape apologist would say, hey, you know what? Did you see what she was wearing? Of course she wanted it. Or, she didn't say no. Those are rape apologist type statements, right? But rape is a very heinous crime. And when you have people like Nate Brody character assassinating me because we do not get along, we have not gone along for very many years, that is because they sided with Kyle. And they have no recourse as far as like the facts, because the facts were all on my side. Kyle came out, lied under oath, and stole $60,000 from the fans, half of which was mine, $30,000. And now he's going to be owing around $150,000 after everything's said and done, because now we're going to be asking for legal fees, which definitely we're going to get. But they were trying to use that against me. But now they found out that he has lied. They can't really support him any longer, and all this character assassination shit.
Yeah. Yes, and you're very fortunate, to have supportive people that are willing to help you, especially people who are helping you with the whole legal process, because I mean, 2 years. I mean, this would cost a lot of people hundreds of thousands of dollars to pay a lawyer.
It's probably it's at least tens of thousands of dollars so far.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have the exact number, but it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Much more than what he owes me.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: the person who's financing it, yes, he's very well off, but he's very much into ethics, and he wants Kyle to pay
sense.
not just monetarily, but he wants them to pay ethically.
Ethical
this is why he
attorneys, come on, guys, they're out
well,
there.
I mean, the attorney's not. I mean, my attorney is extremely ethical, but the guy that's paying for it, he's like, look, I can give Steve tens of thousands of dollars, but where's the fun in that? That's his words, right? I give Steve $20,000, but where's the fun of that? I want to take it anyways from him. But he's like, he offered to pay for the lawsuit because he doesn't want to see Kyle get away with stealing the channel, stealing the money, and then character assassinating me, saying that, oh, well, Steve never wanted the money. Steve was trying to commit medical fraud. Steve was trying to commit VA fraud, none of which was true. And I've gotten some apologies from people that believed him, but not as many as I should. But it has come out that he lied about that as well.
I heard his lawyer dumped him and everything. So yeah, it's good to have the update. We'll see where this goes come next year, and we'll see what happens. I'm interested, but things happen so slowly. It's that I just got to check back in every quarter. I check back in quarterly to see what ended up happening with it.
Somebody wrote Trump is pardoning Kyle. That's funny.
Before we move on,
that's funny.
I did see a few people mentioning that they used my link in the description, my Robinhood affiliate link, to download the Robinhood app and create an account, and they got a free stock, and I got some free stocks in return. I got quite a few people doing it, so I wanted to thank everyone that did it. And if you haven't done it yet, just use the link in the description, download the Robinhood app. You don't have to buy anything. You just have to create an account. And what ends up happening is they give you some stock and they give me some stock every time that happens. So I've just been accumulating that. Check it out. All right, time for the first segment.
Yes.
Here we go.
I should turn off that goddamn internet.
Are they gonna touch me?
Are they gonna touch me?
So the first thing I have, which is great, is Baked Alaska. He assaulted someone and then was later arrested for it. So here it is.
To make them think I'm just pissing.
They don't on the sidewalk. You can piss. Yeah.
No, you cannot.
You can piss on the sidewalk.
That's not true.
Look.
That's how you get.
That's not true.
Is this?
Real quick.
Oh, that's permanent. I tried to lick it and rub it off. That's permanent.
Meeting of the minds.
So that's Baked Alaska right there, with the blonde hair, standing next to the taller guy with the mask. So this
Happy
guy.
Saturday, you cutie pies.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, so 7% more, and Billy the Fridge is going to get a little tipsy. I know you guys will love that, so you guys should.
I like Tipsy Billy.
Yeah, it's pretty great. And since since
fun.
we're social distancing until things get a little better with the COVIDs, he doesn't have to drive home after the show's over. He's already home.
Safe.
His bed is like 5 steps away from him. So,
I'm already here.
Yeah. So I think the taller guy next to Baked Alaska is the bouncer of this establishment here.
That guy's got to be at least 5'11".
Baked Alaska is who the hell is Baked Alaska?
Baked Alaska is one of Nick Fuentes' buddies. He's another alt-right. He's an alt-right troll, basically.
All right.
He's a simp for the alt-right.
Yeah. There's a video of him walking with David Duke, and he's like, "I love you, Dr. Duke." So,
I love you, Dr. Duke.
No, are you taking that back?
Well, I'm actually about to have you trespass. You're not removing yourself from my property.
I'm off.
He is moving. No, you're not. This is our property.
I thought you were against Joe Biden stealing.
And then you're blocking our entrance.
But
I thought you were against Joe Biden stealing the election.
Why are you
What's wrong?
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
You're really one of those like homophobic people?
It's only
so you gotta get off my property and
it's
put a block
gay
on my door.
people that fucking take
It's not your property.
I'm not kidding.
I
my
love
door now.
I love how this security guy's shirt's like, yeah, I agree, the rules in lockdown suck, but like, you know, it's like he's like saying he's like anti-lockdown, but still
you gotta
can't
follow
handle
it.
this miserable prick.
Right.
He still can't handle what a miserable prick fucking Baked Alaska is. They share similar worldly viewpoints, and still Baked Alaska is a miserable prick.
And this guy is way bigger than Baked Alaska and will fuck him up. Baked Alaska is about to assault him with a weapon.
I think the security guard is played by Joaquin Phoenix.
Blocking my door.
Don't scream in his face.
Whoa.
Don't push my bro.
Don't fucking
Don't push him. Don't push him, dude.
Push him. There's 9 of us. Together we combine to form Captain Pussy.
Oh, see, yep. See, now he's about to pepper spray him. See, these guys go around and intentionally antagonize people, and then when someone pushes them, then they pull out weapons.
Okay, well, here's the thing. Look, I don't think he should have been pushed because that can actually kill somebody. But I can understand the reasoning behind it. But you can't come back after a person with pepper spray after the assault's been done. That's the defense. Right? I mean, that right there is retaliation. That's not defense.
You're being a little pussy.
Yeah, he attacked me. Fuck you.
Chemical assault.
We didn't do anything. I didn't do nothing.
Taking it like a man. Security, we agree. These rules and lockdown suck. Please contact.
I love how the security guard's not bitch made like every other person there.
Yeah, he's just standing there like, whatever.
He got hit
He's like-
with it a couple times, too, and he's just kind of standing there.
Yeah, his face is wet, but he's ready to strike.
Hey, he's our ride though. We should go.
You're an accessory to the assault.
No.
Videotaping people on private property. You're antagonizing.
We're outside the
The
property.
videotaping's fine.
Not with that.
Yeah, because it's outside for one thing.
Yeah.
And they're on the sidewalk. If they were told to leave, like the inside part of it, and they were still trying to film people, then they could probably do something.
I didn't agree with that at all. He's coughing too. He got hit too.
Is that Chicken Andy?
Okay, let's go.
I don't know. Is it?
Yeah, and that's probably like this
I
low
can't
percentage
tell. I
pepper
think
spray
so.
too. It's probably not the hardcore stuff too.
All right, so there's that, and now here's the next part where he gets arrested.
Yes, tell him, Lowell. Scottsdale. He's innocent.
Well, yeah, that's
we
assault.
have video evidence we can show you right
should
now,
get arrested.
Scottsdale. We have the video right now, Scottsdale. We have video evidence right now, Scottsdale. I can still yell. Don't be a nigger. Scottsdale.
Oh.
Wow.
He didn't do anything wrong, Scottsdale. He didn't do anything wrong. That's what's up.
Yes, he did.
Scottsdale,
Committed
we have the video
assault.
evidence. We can show him video evidence right now. Scottsdale doesn't care. Scottsdale's gonna get sued. You guys aren't gonna get sued.
You're not going to sue anybody.
Why don't you do something about that loud ass shit?
No Lord.
Exactly, you can't hear because of that loud ass dude. Why don't you do something about him?
Why don't you let Baked Alaska go and go pull over that car with the loud exhaust? That's basically what he's saying.
Yeah. There's a different crime. Go for it.
But you can't pepper
Bye.
spray somebody after the fact. That
Yeah.
makes no sense. That's like, again, retaliation. That's not self-defense. Pepper spray is supposed to be for defense.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because of this loud ass meat, y'all don't have a sound ordinance? Oh, you don't. Oh. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm talking to Scottsdale anyways, not you. Scottsdale, we have video evidence. Scottsdale, care about the video. Care about the evidence. Care about the facts.
These guys are annoying filming this stuff. It just, I don't understand why people watch it. It just, if you have to go out of your way to antagonize somebody for content, you got a shit channel.
I love doing that, but these guys are annoying.
Yeah,
Tim did nothing wrong.
I don't like that kind of filming.
I love going out of my way to antagonize people.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about on the street kind of stuff. Like
I do that
like,
too. Yeah,
does that too.
I love it.
Yeah, well, well, that's true.
No, but there's no way we can get back in Bake's house without his keys. He has his keys.
It's
He's
nice
going
to
jail.
see
He's
Baked
got-
Alaska get put in a fucking cop car. I don't like that guy at all.
People will still come and be like, he didn't get arrested. Do you remember the last time there was a video of a cop saying you're under arrest? And we had like 100 people. He didn't get arrested.
I love seeing soy boys get mad. So damn adorable.
50%.
Whoa, thank you guys.
What you gonna drink, Billy? What you gonna drink?
Yeah, when they say you're under arrest, you're under arrest. There isn't a matter of, I am a sovereign citizen or this, that. You are under arrest.
They
and
were
what you do is
saying
you
that.
just,
They were saying that because he didn't end up getting charged with anything. It's like he still
that
got
doesn't
arrested.
matter.
Yeah.
You're still gonna matter. Yeah. If a police officer says you're under arrest, you basically are under arrest. You're not going to really get out of it. Jack Daniels, damn dude, homie ain't playing today. I got whiskey too, by the way, but I don't have Jack.
A swig of the whiskey for the working man.
All right. Oh my God.
I wouldn't be able to do that. I don't think that's just my Navy days.
Scottsdale. Hey, I'm talking. You talk to him. Scottsdale. I'm not doing anything wrong. Scottsdale.
Sky's down.
Yeah,
I'm
this
not
is-
doing
okay,
anything
whatever.
wrong. I'm a crybaby, huh?
Here's Nick Fuentes. Here's Nick's statements about basically killing the GOP, destroying the GOP. So
Yeah.
so this, the Trumper movement may splinter off into its own political party if this stuff grows legs.
The bull and shit party.
Yeah, it's the new version of the Bull Moose Party.
In the first Million MAGA March, we promised that if the GOP would not do everything in their power to keep Trump in office.
Whoa, drink more. Drink more.
Oh, they're going to try to get you passed out drunk tonight. I'm glad I didn't make that bet. That deal. I'm just drinking a little brandy, that's all. I'm not drinking our curd.
Then we would destroy the GOP. And as we gather here in Washington, D.C. for a second Million MAGA March, we're done making promises.
It's so disingenuous that you call it the Million MAGA March. You have never reached 1 million people at these marches.
Yeah.
They haven't even got 200,000 people.
I think it's
This looks like a conference for guys who let the piss dribble down their balls because their dicks are so short.
They're very emasculated, that's for sure.
It has to happen now. We are going to destroy the GOP.
Haha, no 400 tweet for you.
Hey,
damn.
Brian, cheers, Brian. These guys all piss with their pants down around their ankles.
Yeah, they never learn how to just pull out of their fly. They literally just pull their pants and their underwear straight down, just like that one kid everyone went to elementary school with. Their parents,
And
they pull their shirt up.
I don't think
I didn't have that kind of school.
I don't think I ever let my pants hang around my ankles when I pissed. But I remember the first time I saw some kid do that, and I was like, "Oh man, I am so glad I'm not that kid."
I'm not him.
Butters does that on South Park. He pulls his pants all the way down and lifts his shirt up.
I remember kindergarten. Like, I remember being in the bathroom. They had the urinals that were like a long urinal all the way across the floor, right? It was built into the floor of the bathroom. And there were kids there, and I walked in, and everybody else had their pants up pissing, and one kid had them down around his ankles. I'm like, that kid.
I don't remember any of that stuff. I mean, maybe when I was a small toddler, but I think I've been peeing like normal people have been peeing.
Can you imagine
I didn't know there
that?
was any other way to do it.
You know what? It's common enough that like I've seen it joked about more than just a few times by different people, and it's like that kid's parents could have taught them the right way to do it, but they were just like, oh, I guess they'll figure it out eventually. They don't have to expose their ass when they're peeing.
Yeah, that seems odd to me.
Destroy the GOP! 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 Destroy the GOP!
Destroy the GOP! Destroy the GOP! They're not going to destroy it, but they might divide it so much. I mean, like, we have to look at how many votes Trump got. How many of those votes are these people, and how many of them were people who just vote Republican every time? You know, it's hard to tell how much of Trump's base were people who, you know, they're just lifelong Republicans and they're going to follow whoever the Republicans give them, versus the people who got into politics because of Trump and support him way more than the party itself. I'd like to know. I'd like to know the figures, the demographics on that.
Well, I think it's actually an important point that GOP is kind of splitting itself, because there is a straight up insurrection going on. This trying to overthrow the election, trying to say that the certain states, you know, were fraudulent, that the election was rigged, any of this stuff. Those Republicans that are supporting Trump merely on these completely fabricated type of narratives just to get the base riled up.
This base.
That's exactly what this base is.
There are two types of Republicans. There are the ones that don't want to piss off Trump and these people, so they pretend like they think Trump actually won. And then there are the ones that are like, this is embarrassing. Come on, we've got to acknowledge that we lost.
Yeah, but they don't, like you said, they for some reason don't want to piss off Trump, but they also don't want to put a blight on the Republican Party. But the Republican Party has an insurrection within its ranks, an actual insurrection of them trying to violate the Constitution and change the fundamental aspects of the Constitution for a democratic republic. We've never seen anything like that ever in the Constitution, or excuse me, in an election of this type of malice in the actual government, saying, hey, we don't give a shit what the people say. We want to elect this person president again, and it doesn't matter what the people have said. People be damned. That's scary.
I can honestly see the possibility. No one knows what the next 4 years hold, but if Trump is in good health still and you know, he keeps drumming up this amount of support, then I could see Trump running independently against whoever the Republicans and Democrats come up with, and he's just going to steal the votes from the right.
No, I mean, the 2024, I mean, that's 4 years from now, and I don't think he's going to be the best condition to run then, but I think he's also going to be in prison, maybe, because I do
think he's going to be in prison?
I think he's going to be indicted as soon as he leaves office, or at the very least, there's going to be civil lawsuits against him. I mean, how many hundreds of lawsuits do you have already? The fact that he has presidential immunity against civil lawsuits and criminal indictment, I think has shielded himself. I think that's one of the reasons why he wanted to stay in office, because I don't think he cares about being president that much except for his ego. I don't know why he would want to run again in 2024, but I definitely think he's hiding something, and I think that when he leaves office, that there's going to be some shit that rolls down on him, and it's going to be probably related to Russia and collusions, and also with charities and a whole bunch of other fiscal malfeasance things.
I think Trump's ego is his biggest motivation more than anything else.
Well, yeah, but 4 years from now, you think he's going to care? I mean, sure, he doesn't want to be he only looks at things two ways: you're the winner or you're a loser. That's it. Well,
he can,
and he doesn't want to be a loser.
Right, but he'll just never accept that he actually lost. There's some pathological bullshit going on in his mind. Like he tells the lie so much that he actually believes his own lie at this point, and he can,
I think he does.
And he can go through life thinking that he never actually lost. And if he can rally,
sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, if he can rally enough people, it's going to steal votes from the Republicans
Not a significant amount. No independent really has a chance in a bipartisan system.
No, not
like
in
this.
not a significant chance of winning, but he could steal enough to make it impossible for the Republicans to win against the Democrats.
Yeah, a lot of people give me pushback. I think it's kind of conspiratorial, and I don't think it actually is at all, because the way he fought against the Mueller report and the information is contained in it, and the other things that are coming out, I think there's going to be a lot more that people are going to find out after he's out of office. But I mean, I could be wrong on that. We'll see. But I guarantee people civilly wanted to sue him.
Texas wants to secede for him, right?
Texas have wanted to succeed for a while. But
we were talking, we were joking around about the Bull Moose Party because, Taft was the Republican president, and before being the president, Taft was the vice president of Teddy Roosevelt. But as president, Taft pissed off Teddy Roosevelt so bad that he ran for president again and split the vote. Teddy Roosevelt actually did better than Taft in the election, but still not good enough for Woodrow Wilson to not win. So Woodrow Wilson won, and the right in that election was divided between Taft and Roosevelt.
For rhinos like David Perdue and Kelly Loeffler in the Georgia.
Boo! Boo!
Man, I really wish that white people were the greatest race, or at least the people that thought white people were the greatest race lived up to what it would take to be the greatest race. But these white people are literally bottom of the barrel whites. They're some of the least desirables.
They're definitely not. They're not the deep end of the gene pool there. That's for damn sure.
That's the funny part about that is that every time we talk about Nick, a lot of the comments always talk about how we contribute shitty genes to the gene pool. So,
yeah, for one, I don't come inside vaginas. I save that for people's faces. Okay, for one. So don't worry about the gene pool. For two, I'm tall. I'm terribly cute. I got beautiful skin. My genes are cracking, dude. And I'm androgynous, so I'll have a handsome boy or a pretty girl. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know the Nick Fuentes group. I know very little about him tangentially. I just know that he was kicked off YouTube. But I couldn't care less if they come after me. I was like, I haven't seen the shit that's flown my way. But just remember, I'm only on their show, so go after these guys. They enjoy it.
Here's Fuentes talking about Vosh's fans. He really, really hates Vosh. You can tell it really bothers him.
Nicker says, imagine the type of
that was close.
People that would show up if fat gay retard.
I gotta point out that this nativity scene his grandma gave him, Mary really does look like a porcelain dildo.
I can definitely see that.
Retard held a protest. See you on Saturday. Yeah, could you imagine if the fat gay retard, sometimes known as Vosh or Fat Ian Kaczynski,
it's really passive aggressive,
Could you imagine if he held the protest? It would be the dregs of society. It would be people like from that Frank Hassel video. What is it called? The Boxed Life. It would be trannies, homosexuals, people that are balding. And then isn't it always how it
people
goes?
People that are balding.
That you'll go on Twitter.
I'm sorry. I didn't know I had my own class.
And you'll see an account, and it'll have like a cute anime avatar, like a girl.
I mean, Trump is balding.
I don't know what the hell that has to do with anything.
It has nothing to do with anything.
I'm not a big fan of Vosh. I have nothing against him. He's actually really well spoken and extremely knowledgeable. It's just I don't really know his positions. A lot of people have said that he and I should debate, and it's like I don't know anything what I would debate him on. I have no idea what his positions are. I just know that when I listen to him, he sounds confident. He sounds educated. But
when you're in Nick Fuentes' position, you accentuate the flaws of your opposition and pretend like the flaws of your side do not exist. So he can be like, oh, there's bald people at a Vosh rally. If there was a Vosh... there's never been a Vosh rally, so he's just like saying whatever the fuck can come into his head about what would happen at a Vosh rally. And he's like, oh, there's bald people. It's like the dude you fucking voted for and supported for president is bald. He just combs the hair from the back of his neck over the top of his head.
I guarantee you, like 50% of those MAGA hats have a bald head underneath them.
Yeah, but I'm not even sure how else are we rejoindered or anything that Vosh says as far as an argument. I mean, these are personal characteristics
That's all they got.
about a person, which is a character assassination. It has nothing to do with any.
Well, yeah.
He hasn't said what his positions is that he doesn't agree with Vosh on.
Welcome to the world of Nick Fuentes. That's pretty much all he does. He's a professional bully for people who could never bully on their own, so they have to look up to this twerp for their bullying.
Avatar or like a cute cartoon drawing of a person, and
like a cat
in the
boy?
bio it'll be all this cutesy stuff, and they'll tweet in a cutesy anime way, and then they post a picture of themselves and they're garish. They post a picture and it's morbid. They're like fat, ugly, disfigured, this receding hairline. They're like, oh,
But I
it's
bet they can get
horrible.
their friends to smoke weed with them.
Yeah, and give him 30 years, and we'll see what happens to his hairline too.
Nick Fuentes couldn't even get his high school friends to come smoke free weed. That's how loathed you are, dude. Doesn't matter how cute your grandmama thinks you are with your nutcracker and your nativity dildo.
Horrible.
You're an undesirable.
They post a picture of their sausage fingers, their little sausage fingers. It's the most disgusting thing that you'll see on the internet. How many times have you come across that? Girl or boy, but they'll present as, ooh woo, I'm an anime girl. Ooh woo, I'm an anime boy, whatever. And then invariably you'll go into the media and you'll find a picture of like a claw. You'll find a picture, they'll take a picture in a dimly lit, dinky little room, and you'll see some kind of claw with untrimmed nails and hair all over the hand.
What is he talking about?
I have no idea.
He lost me at this point. A claw? Is he watching Inspector Gadget?
See pictures of stretch marks and these horribly disfigured people. Monsters, pure monsters. It happens all the time. All the time. You see it on Twitter. You see it on Discord. A tale often told. And this is what the Vosh army would be. This is what the FGR army would be constituted of.
Okay.
Creature feature. It would be...
I still don't have an idea what the hell it matters.
Scooby-Doo 2. Monsters Unleashed. Monsters Unleashed is what you would...
I had Vosh on the Non Sequitur show. I didn't see any of this stuff.
Yeah. You would get the
You
electrical...
didn't see thousands of fat, troll, ugly human beings hidden behind Vosh?
No, not at all. Not one.
Monster, the swamp monster, the one with just like a giant eye. That's what you...
They just happen to have all of the Vosh rallies at the Jenny Craig. Just, you know.
You would get at the Fat Gay Retard, the Fat Ian meetup. Fat Ian's Jamboree, and it would be every creature from Rock Bottom. Remember from SpongeBob? Every creature from Rock Bottom crawling out of a crevice somewhere. I'm here to support communism or whatever. All these freakazoids, people.
Wow. Wow. Your face is very contorted. I don't know. Are you melting? What the fuck is going on with you?
He has a lot of hate for some reason.
Yeah.
They cut off an arm and attach it on their vagina. I mean, this is what it is.
What?
All these like Frankenstein's monsters. It's like Dr. What's the Nazi scientist? Mengele or whatever. Dr. Mengele's escaped experiments. It's like a guy with like an arm sewed onto his side of his head, and like some girl with like a one leg, hopping around on one leg, and the other leg is sewed onto the vagina, and like
what
boobs taped onto the
Now I got something new to add to my fuck it list.
His head or something.
The sad part is he actually thinks he's being funny.
No, the sad part is that all his followers think he's being funny too.
What kind of weird porn goes on in Nick Fuentes' head?
He probably finds that stuff on the dark web.
I was hanging out of their heads. I'm here to support. I'm here for Vosh. I'm here to bash the fash. This is what's going to happen. A guy with like a giant tongue that's like going all the way to the ground.
See, this is some kind of weird delusional fantasy where the biggest freakazoids on planet Earth all assemble together because Vosh is having a rally or a live event.
Honestly, though, I'm all there for the Vashi Horror Picture Show. This sounds dope.
This is what you're going to get. Or there was a scene from the most recent Hellboy movie. Have you seen this? I didn't see the movie.
Pause. He's here, Ben. The Crusader of Groip is in the chat. And he says, none of you are funny. Thank you, Crusader of Groip.
Funny.
None of us are funny, and we needed you to tell us that. We didn't realize that till you got here, Crusader of Groip. You strong, virile man. Oh.
None of us.
There's a clip on
Ben can be funny every so often, actually.
Twitter when they open the gates of hell.
None
all
of
these,
you
like,
are funny.
monsters
I
slashing people with like.
He's my daddy, Nick, who'll kiss
Yeah.
butt.
I have to go defend him on other streams.
I would love it if it was actually Nick in an alt.
It probably is.
According to his high school friends, he reads and Google searches his name all the time, right?
Don't we all do that?
Yes.
Razor
Well, I do
sharp.
that, yeah, but I don't. I only respond to people directly to make them feel uncomfortable. By
Some of the
saying,
stuff you find, though, oh my God, some of the stuff I just like. Okay, I'll check out what's out there about with my name, and it's like, what the hell did this come from? This is like radically wrong, but why bring attention to it? So I just ignore 95% of everything I read about me because it's all bullshit.
Billy's IMDb is totally right, though.
Arms and like.
When people write about me online, it's either them saying how much they love me and my music or something, or that I'm a rapist.
Did your IMDb get jacked or something?
Yes.
And this is what you're going to get. This is what you're going to get at a Vosh meetup. That's what you saw. You saw a little bit of that at a Destiny meetup. You're going to get that at the Vosh meetup as well, at the Fat Gay Retard meetup. I mean, if Vosh is a leader, I was talking to QAnon today, and I sent him that clip where Vosh says, like, it's actually great that porn websites say trans instead of she-male. And QAnon replied and said, you got to imagine what kind of people think to themselves, I look up to this person. And it's so true. I mean, you can only imagine.
We were just imagining the type of people that look up to Nick Fuentes. Man, are we no better than Nick? Are we no better than Nick?
I think we should get Vosh in here. Go get Vosh. You guys had him on.
I mean, we don't have him at like at a moment's notice.
Why not?
Because he's busy. He's got a big.
I would like to hear him respond to this, actually.
I mean, you go to an America First meetup and you get people that are tall, Chad, white, cool outfits, mustaches,
tall, Chad, white,
mustaches, stuff like that, and then you go.
So
to
Chad must be white and have a mustache and cool.
Were there any tall Chad whites on the stage with
Not
Nick?
a one.
No,
not a one.
There were some talls. There were some whites. I think one of the kids might have been named Chad. That's about it.
Anyway, so
tall Chad White.
Oh yeah, that's pretty funny. Eternal Anger.
All right, so there's that video. Maybe
you got the eel.
What was that?
You got the Ian Miles. You got the Ian Miles type, the China whites. There's.
Everyone who's watching, please like the stream. Please subscribe. We're going to move on to the next part of the show, and we might play some more. I do have some more Fuentes clips downloaded. There's one where he talks about getting into a boxing match with one of his friends, and the way he talks is so ridiculous.
I've noticed Billy hasn't drank anything for a little while.
Yeah. We're at 63% to the goal.
Yeah, here's the deal. Next $20 dono, I'll take another swig.
I want to see him jacked off Jack.
Let me take a swig for Brian D. Boyd because
drunk Billy is fun, Billy.
Good for Brian D. Boyd getting Billy to do some drinking. Oh shit! You know what? I forgot.
I'm drinking my brandy here. It's going down.
I forgot to add somebody. Hold on. My schedule guy. I'm going to add one of our patrons to the call if he's still available. I forgot to add him in.
RJ Jacob in the chat asks Crusader of Groip, are you an Adonis? I have to know. Crusader of Groip, are you an Adonis? Are you a physical specimen, Jack to the T? With
Adrian Adonis.
Superior T levels?
Don't stop.
Yeah.
Don't stop.
Yeah, there you go.
Believe
There you go, Billy.
it.
They want to see you.
PT Ham, this one is for you, Chomp.
See, I had 4 shots of that, and I'm already like gone.
I used to be able to drink whiskey no problem until my 25th birthday. And I puked so hard. My face muscles, like my face broke out in leopard spots. And ever since then, whenever I drink straight alcohol, I get a little bit of a cringe ever since that day.
What day?
My 25th birthday. I had a birthday party and a bunch of people showed up and it was $3 doubles, right?
Yeah.
So people just kept buying me drinks, double after double after double after double. I had like 20 drinks in the course of 2 hours. And then I just started projectile vomiting, probably like 40 proof vomit.
See, I haven't done that in so long. I don't like to get drunk. I don't like to drink till they get to that stage. I have rum and coke nights every other Saturday or so, and we'll drink. And I've had rum and coke nights where I've been drunk. There's no question about that. But that was a long time ago. Recently, unless in 2020, I just haven't drank that much. I very much pace myself because I don't like that feeling of being sick. I don't like being hungover. You just build as you get older, you kind of
add a couple perks to
your
the set.
tolerance.
Can't
Yeah.
stop, won't stop.
Thank you.
Stop, Major Lee. Cheers.
I'm going to mention this again since we've got more people here. For one thing, if you're using the Brave browser, check and see if you got a bat grant recently because they've been giving them out. You just click on the triangle and then click on claim, and you can claim your bat grant and then just send them over to us here. And if you don't use the Brave browser, it's an awesome browser that a lot of people use. There's a link in the description where you can download it. And then also, I have another affiliate link down below. If you see, there's a link for Robinhood to get a free stock. Basically, you just use my link below, download the app, and we both each get a free stock. It's worth money, so it's like free money. You don't have to buy anything. You just have to use the link and create an account. That's it. All right, here's Trumpster Bob. He was on some stream that I've never heard of before, but someone asked him, because this guy whose stream he was on noticed that we were messing with him. And Bob can never remember where we're from. He always says we're from California. We're the gay guys from California, is what he says every time.
Yeah.
So here he is.
I forgot to tell you this. I saw a video.
Is this guy related to Monty?
That
No.
someone
He's got like the same hair and like the head thing that Monty wears.
Someone trolled you that you ordered a pizza online. You know who that YouTuber is? They was trolling you. It's a big YouTuber. They trolled you and said they had you to order a pizza.
I don't remember. They might have if I was drunk.
No.
Wait, they got him to order a pizza, or they ordered a pizza for him?
We messed with him because he was an asshole to people that worked at, I think it was Papa John's or Domino's or something like that. He was calling and harassing the workers there.
Okay. No, so you didn't even see the video. I wish I could find that video, man.
I didn't see that video. Was it them 2 guys from California, the gay guys?
Yeah.
You guys, so they're talking about you.
He's talking about us.
Is
he nailed it.
We've told him so many times that we're not from California. We normally do play along though,
No,
and
wait,
pretend
wait,
like
wait.
we're gay.
That mistake is what you pointed out first.
Well, we normally play along and pretend like we're gay.
Okay.
But here's the thing.
Okay.
He projects his own weird homoerotic fantasies onto us constantly.
Yeah.
I do that.
He calls us gay, and then he offers us to like do sex to him for money, and then he offers us to like show up. He's like, "Show me your buttholes, so I know you ain't. So I know you're a man."
You don't have an OnlyFans for that already.
The butthole challenge on the OF.
You could do that on OnlyFans.
I was thinking about just putting so much gross graphic shit on my OnlyFans because nobody's on it anyways, and then like somebody will stumble on it one day and be like, "What the hell?"
Yeah, white. Yeah. Them two.
Yeah. They've been trolling me for a while now.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They like me. They've called me a bunch of times, like in private stuff.
Yeah, they did.
Their number. I need to save their phone number and find out where the hell they're at online. And it's okay. He should hook up with them two gay guys from California that's always calling me and shit on my phone. Hey, when can you go live, man? I'm like, man.
We never ask him when. No, we've never asked when you can go live. We don't give a shit about being on your channel.
Why do they think you're in California?
Because he's crazy. He thinks the owner of Raising Cane's Chicken is a secret radical Islamic terrorist.
And because he's from Texas as well, so anywhere outside of Texas is California.
That's true. That is true.
The thing is, though, is that the area that he lives in Texas is very blue. It's like 92% Hispanic.
He lives in a blue county.
Yeah. So it's weird.
I'm scared to go on their channel and go live. All the gay boys would be calling me. Be knocking on the door.
Your gay boys.
We want your autograph. Oh.
John said Bob has a low IQ. He does.
Bob has a low IQ. He does.
He does.
He's not too smart.
And he's a Trump supporter, obviously.
Yeah, he's Trumpster Bob. Trumpster Bob. It's crazy when you call him because he's kind of like Trump. He'll just create this false reality where like nothing that's actually true matters. Like as long as if it contradicts, he's kind of like G-Man actually. In fact, the other day he said something that was kind of like G-Man the last time we called him because he said some of the same shit about how he wanted to like attack trans people and shit. Do you remember that, Billy?
Yeah, no, it was bad. He said basically not as bad as what G-Man said,
almost,
but very close as far as the attacking trans people goes. Yep. And up until that point, he didn't seem to have that violent attitude to him.
I knew he did. I knew
and then it came right out, and we're like, oh, great, here it goes.
Yeah,
he's big,
a lot of them are very
shit
violent.
Too.
Yeah,
he's
if they had the chance to harm somebody, they would. If they actually, some of these people are dangerous.
When you talk to him, he's just like G-Man. He's like a white trash G-Man. Like he just yells over you. He interrupts you. He gish gallops. He has these like delusional beliefs that are wrong, but you can't convince him that he's wrong about them. It's like that.
Yeah, that sounds like G-Man. I mean, that's actually perfect for G-Man. The thing with that is that I actually lived with somebody who was a mythomaniac, a person who fabricates stories even though they don't have a reason to lie. Most people that fabricate stories, like G-Man and stuff like that, they have a reason to lie. They have an agenda. And G-Man, I'm convinced he knows he's lying a lot of times. He doesn't care. But I had a roommate who had mythomania, and he came up with the most strangest things. Like he was dating a Beverly Hills model. She kept picking him up in a BMW. He won 8 gold medals in the World Olympics.
I mean, that can be proven. That right there, you can
all this stuff is disproven. I mean, it was all bullshit. Of course it is. I mean, but he in his mind he believed these things, and he lived with us. We evicted him almost 2 years ago, and we've received a dozen at least or more letters from him of just him continually talking about all his exploits and that he's supposed to move back in and he should have the room ready. It's weird, man.
Here's another person that we've been watching for a long time, and he's freaking out because Trump lost. It's Wild Bill.
I do know.
Beyond the Supreme Court.
Okay, so the Supreme Court gave the Trump team a kick in the crotch. But those of you who have dated redheads know that does not automatically mean defeat. The American people are locked in battle with a powerful communist enemy that has had plenty of time to infiltrate every level of our government, education system, media, and Hollywood.
What's up with the dick-kicking redhead comment?
I don't know.
I don't understand the joke. I think he's trying to be funny. And it's also weird that he ditched his biker vest for this weird. It almost looks like he's supposed to be doing road work right now or something.
This is a Night Rider biker vest.
Yeah,
because it's got the night reflection, so it's a reflector biker vest.
This was going to be an easy fight. The Supreme Court still has one more chance to do the right thing. The Sidney Powell lawsuit is the one with solid criminal voter fraud evidence. The Texas suit was just rejected. It was all about legal mumbo jumbo about changing election rules. Let's see what happens with the criminal evidence. But win or lose, it doesn't end there. The courts are just one page in what's going to be a difficult fight to shore up our sinking ship of state. Mark Levin says we can't say we will fight them next time because there won't be a next time. If we the people do not rise up and hit back hard against the cancer of liberalism that is killing our nation, then we can kiss our precious freedoms goodbye. The Constitution will be nothing but toilet paper for the Democrats. On November 3rd, we watched the Democrat Party destroy free and fair elections in the USA.
Isn't it weird that they're doing it while accusing the other side of doing it?
It's projection, because the Republicans right now, and as much as I hate to admit it, I was, tending to be a GOP for the longest time. I'm a centrist now, but the GOP is the one that's shredding the Constitution. They're literally saying, screw the election. None of these court cases are going Trump's way. The Supreme Court, even though he just had a recent, appointment to the Supreme Court, she didn't even think that Trump had any validity for any of these cases. The Supreme Court's going against Trump. It is a done deal. The votes were certified, I think, on the 8th. And I think 2 days from now is when they actually go to have the delegates do the election. Is it December 14th, if I remember correctly? And at that point, it's done. Game over. There's nothing he can do. All he has to do is two choices: either remain in the White House and get escorted off by the Secret Service, or get on Marine One and fly away. Those are his options.
If they seize power, they will pack the Supreme Court with so many flaming liberals that it will eliminate the courts as a tool to defend freedom. And you know what they plan to do with private gun ownership.
Well, Trump packed it with conservatives, and that didn't help him during any of these.
The court's not an issue, and usually they're trying to get more people on the Supreme Court than the what is it, 9 that are on there now?
Yeah, there's 9 now.
Yeah, they're thinking that they should be more, but.
Well, here's a wild bill bullet of truth for America. The United States Constitution was written to protect us from the government we now have. Either we use every component of the Bill of Rights to defend the Bill of Rights, or we will no longer have those rights.
I really don't see a move to get rid of private gun ownership, or
No.
I don't see huge restrictions coming on it.
No.
I saw bump stocks get banned while Trump was president. There were actually Trump, towards the beginning of his administration, took some steps that limited
high capacity magazines too.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know how you can say with a straight face that Trump was protecting it and the Democrats are trying to get rid of it when we have recent changes in laws that were made with Trump at the helm.
Well, he has one good point, though. He did get something right. The Constitution was written to protect us from the government we have now, which is Trump's government. The fact that Trump wants to stay in office at all costs, going against the political process by trying to throw out all these election results and saying there's fraud, which has been no evidence for whatsoever, and usurp the election, literally steal it, that is exactly what the Constitution was set up to prevent. Now, there are recourses for
Drink
Whoa!
cup.
Holy shit! Someone getting you fucked up today, boy. Whoa! That's a no joke right there. I'll even swig for that fucker, dude. This is the good stuff too.
Yeah, take a big swig, Steve McRae.
Oh, you don't want to see me drunk. It's not pretty.
Hey, Steve McRae. Yeah, Steve McRae.
That's really good, though. Have you ever tried this?
No, I've never tried it.
It's got a vanilla flavor to it. And it tastes almost like a sherry a little bit. But
I do like sherry. I like cream sherry, so like the sweeter stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get this. It's not that expensive, but it has a slight vanilla sherry flavor to it. Smooth, actually.
The thing that's going to stop this criminal overthrow of America is a massive uprising of angry Americans who are ready to fight. And I mean that in every sense of the word.
What are you going to do, Wild Bill? You're not going to do shit.
He's all talking.
He means that in every sense of the word. Every sense of the word.
The people that say this are only trying to get other people to do the fighting so they can sit back and watch. That's all.
Not stand up to the Democrats until they fear the American people.
He's a chicken hawk.
More than they love Chinese money. If Thomas Jefferson and George Washington were here, 80% of Washington, D.C. would be running for their lives, like Benedict Arnold did in the Revolutionary War. My point today is for American patriots to envision the long haul. Stop thinking of the Supreme Court as the end game. This fight ain't over until we the people say it's over. Remember the scene in the movie The Untouchables where Sean Connery had been shot and dying? He grabbed Kevin Costner and said, "What are you prepared to do now?"
Wow, he's doing an impersonation of Sean Connery. What the hell?
Rest in peace.
Now. You know the story. The good guys stopped playing nice and they took out the bad guys for a happy ending. What are you prepared to do to deliver a happy ending to this political nightmare?
Is this a call to violence?
It is.
Wait,
it's in the most.
He wants people to give a happy ending, though. I don't know. What are you prepared to do to give a happy ending?
Bill for America saying, think about it. Thanks for watching, and America bless God again.
I really can't stand people that are patriotic like that. They think they're being going like this patriotic because they think they're being patriotic. They're not. I mean, did he ever serve in the military? Was he
I haven't heard that. I think he claims he was in law enforcement, but I've never seen proof. But he says he worked in law enforcement.
Yeah, these guys to me are not patriots. I don't think they even understand what the terminology is because if they're trying to keep Trump in office, they're being as anti-patriotic as you can be.
No, patriot means you like Trump. That's what
patriot means. Give Trump a blowjob.
What is it? Okay, let me ask you guys. What the hell is it about Trump that they like so much? Now, look, when Trump got voted in office, I'm not a person to jump on a bandwagon, right? I'm not a person to say, "Oh, orange man bad, therefore Trump, evil." I even said, "Look, I'd rather have Trump than Hillary," because I had a lot of experience under Hillary and her husband in the war. I served 3 tours in the Navy, and it was under Clinton, and it sucked. I mean, he's just not a good commander-in-chief, and the political mindset back then, the don't ask, don't tell, it was just not a good conditions. And so I was like anybody but Hillary. But I wasn't, a big Trump fan. I wasn't like, go Trump. I still think he was going to suck, but I was like, look, let him come in, let him suck, let him burn everything to the ground, and we will rebuild from scratch bigger and better. Right now, I did not have a clue how bad it would be, granted, but what is it about them that they see in Trump that they think he's such a wonderful president?
I don't know. I think he, because he's the president, his position, his behavior validates the behavior of people that share a similar personality to him. So when they see the president being a complete cunt, everywhere and on social media, never admitting fault, never giving ground to anything, always stroking his ego, talking about how great he is, jerking himself off, unapologetically being a cunt. Basically, they like that.
I think you nailed it, man. I really think that is the best explanation I've ever heard about why people support Trump.
That's basically exactly what I was about to say, except for the I don't know part starting it out. When you're like, I don't know, I was like, well, here I go. And then you're like, you said what I was going to say. I was like,
yeah,
damn,
no, I think you're exactly right. It does validate.
You're right.
These people that vote for Trump are the exact same way, right? They recognize that type of personality type. And in fact, on Twitter, if you look at the people that are supporting Trump on Twitter as opposed to people that are like pointing out all the bullshit he says, you can see the gross dichotomy in personality types. And you can see that these people supporting him are shitty fucking people for the most part.
They're bullies.
Yeah.
They're glass cannons. They talk big, they shoot big, because if they were ever put to the test, they'd fucking shatter.
Yeah. Yeah. What else do we got? Oh, this is someone freaking out.
Bob Good.
It's Freedom Plaza.
Is this Forrest Gump?
I can't tell you how great it is to look out there and see your faces.
This is Forrest Gump, right?
This looks like a group of people that gets that this is a phony pandemic. It's a serious virus. but it's a virus. It's not a pandemic. It's great to see your faces. You get
what? Wait. What?
Those are not mutually exclusive.
Right, exactly. That was nonsensical.
Yeah.
Well, I get what he's saying. It's
okay. Explain to us because I sure the hell didn't.
He's saying that, you know, there's a virus obviously going around, but it's not as bad as the media and everybody wants you to think it is. They're making the pandemic. He's saying that the pandemic is all a big show to keep you in your house.
Stand up against tyranny. Thank you for being here today.
This is kind of like flu-induced martial law, right?
Well, yeah, well, okay, but look at we don't get along with a lot of countries, but even those countries recognize it's a pandemic. They're taking safety precautions, right? You don't see, even in North Korea, you know that they're taking precautions. Kim Jong-il is taking precautions, so it has nothing to do with anything isolated to America. This is something that happens in every country in the world, except for some that have actually managed to pretty much eliminate it because they've actually done things isolated.
How amazing is that?
Thank you for saying
they listened.
No to the insanity. As I said, my name is Bob Good. I just got elected to Congress from some good folks in the 5th District here in Virginia.
Bob Good with the good folks.
And I actually believe that my job is to represent the people who sent me here and to stand up for the Constitution.
I tell them stupid is as stupid does and offer them a chocolate.
That's all I have for that part. Let's see. Here is... Oh, here's Jesse Lee Peterson, our buddy JLP.
Oh, Jesse.
GOP chairwoman Rhoda McDaniel.
Rhoda
tweeted yesterday, Republican women.
You know he had a cleft palate, and that's why he talks that way?
Yeah, that's the only reason I make fun of the way he talks.
Yeah.
Were responsible for defeating 10 of the 13 House Democrat incumbents. The Republican Party is in an even stronger position for the future. That's a lie. They need to get rid of Rona McDonough. Rona.
Her name Corona.
She's a liar.
Corona
They
Daniels.
have weakened the party by putting all these women in charge. The strength is not in the women, it's in the men. Those who return to the Father.
Oh, because men who embrace, according to Jesse Lee Peterson, men who embrace their mother too much are the problem. They need to go back to their fathers. They need to
Actually, I mean, I look, Jesse Lee Peterson, when he called me beta, that was the greatest moment on YouTube. I felt, I was like, thank you, sir.
He told Billy to suffer and die.
Oh, okay. See, he likes me, so I don't. That was.
I didn't sense any anger
to piss
from
off
him.
Jesse Lee Peterson.
I didn't sense any anger from him when he told me to suffer and die. I think he was giving me advice.
Oh, it's just like advice. It's like, we'll suffer and die.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was
descriptive. Okay, just.
Yeah, he was. I said something about what could I do if I didn't want to, like, I don't know, kill my mom or something. Suffer and die.
The Republican Party is going downhill fast because they are emulating the Democratic Party. They're not doing what's best and what's right.
Well, they are emulating the Democratic Party because the Democratic Party has spent the last 10 years emulating the Republican Party. Like, they've met in the middle now, and they're like, hey, the problem with Trump is he's not exactly what everybody else is.
Right.
Do you think it's like the horseshoe theory, but it's come full around? They've kind of like even bypassed each other?
I think it's now the goatsy theory. It's a full-on circular asshole with Donald Trump's hands trying to spread them apart.
I just can't believe the Republicans that still support Trump. I think they're making a huge mistake.
They don't want to piss off Trump's base, and they,
but they're never going to get elected. I'm telling you, they're going to piss off more people by not denouncing him. Because
you think so?
Yeah, I think so. I think that they're going to have a lot of backlash.
I don't know. I think if Trump operates from the sidelines for the next 4 years and Biden doesn't do very well, like Biden has to succeed. This 4 years has to be monumental for Biden, or else people are going to be like, "Why'd we give up Trump for more of
to convince those people?" Right?
Yeah. But Trump, if he's on the sidelines and maybe he's handpicking the future of the Republican Party and he's shaping the Republican Party, he could have his hands on the next 20, 30 years of American politics.
Yeah, I think I agree with you on that. However, I think the Democrats are in a much stronger position. As you said, if Biden can do well for the next 4 years, it's going to solidify the Democrats for a very long time probably in government, because
he's going to have to do well.
Yeah, but if the Republican base being split the way it is, and the fact that I'm telling you, people are going to look back and they're going to see what a shit President Trump is. It's only going to have his base, which I guess is a pretty significant portion. And of course, people do want those votes. But somebody's going to realize, you know what? Screw them people. Those are not the people that we care about. We're going to go after the entire Democratic base and the Republicans that do go against Trump. Those are the ones going to stay in office. I don't think the Republican Party is going to have a chance in any near-suitable future because of the fact that they've supported Trump. I think they've screwed themselves for a very long time.
I think they didn't have a chance without Trump. I thought Trump was the last breathing breath in the Republican Party.
It might be. He might be the death nail of the Republican Party.
The fact that the Democrats have gone so center, they're basically. I feel like Biden. I feel like Biden was more right than Trump was.
Look, I think like Clinton was more right than I would say Biden is. And Obama was. Clinton was pretty far right. Yes. They were even
Hillary
called,
was more than him.
They were even called the New Democrats when they first came onto the scene. They were much more focused on Wall Street and
economics.
Yeah. They took a more conservative approach to economics for sure.
And that's why I'm a fiscal conservative. I'm a social liberal, but I'm fiscally conservative. But these candidates that are putting themselves out there to have allegiance to a political party rather than their beliefs or rather than what their constituents want them to do, I think that those days are coming to an end. I think Trump has fucked it up for politicians for quite some time.
See, here's
hey guys, we're the New Democrats, guys. We're CIA backed, guys.
Also known as centrist Democrats.
Yeah. The CIA's been controlling the government since.
Yeah, see,
since JFK took a fucking headache.
It's
faction of the party was very far either way. I think he was pretty moderate.
They support cultural liberalism, but take moderate or fiscal conservative stances.
Yeah. Clinton had the budget balanced, right?
Yeah.
He was. We were on par to budget the balance. Like by now, we would have had, if we would have stuck to that, we would have been like out of debt, right?
Well, same with the Bush tax cuts that didn't get ratified. People said that they were doing pretty well.
There was an economic surplus going into the Bush administration.
And then we said, you know what?
We really need two wars.
We're really going to need two wars right now.
Yeah, see, Bill Clinton did it better. He just got caught getting a blowjob, so he bombed Serbia.
See, it wasn't just that. I mean, there were so many scandals with the Clintons. They were ineffective because of those scandals. I mean, look at Obama. Can you guys think of an Obama scandal? Because I can't think of any, really.
Well, yeah, actually, my wife, Michelle, had a penis.
Yeah.
And I was born in Africa.
Yeah, all the Obama scandals had to be made up.
Yeah, Trump's birthday thing was made up. I mean, but there was no actual scandals of Obama that I can think of.
My husband, Michelle, has a gigantic penis, and I was born in Africa. Those were my only two scandals.
Yeah, well, the drone strikes is actually an NSA.
Oh, Snowden, that's a good point.
That actually is a good point. Okay, that is a good point. Now, I don't know how much he handled those things, but some of the drone strikes, yeah, that was.
I don't see Trump pardoning Snowden either. Like, I mean,
can't wait.
Trump could have pardoned Snowden on day one if he wanted to help him. So it seems like they all agree. Now, I'm not saying they're right. I think they're wrong. But it looks like they're all agreeing to hold the whistleblower down and force him to live in Russia instead.
Was he in the Russian embassy? Is that where he was at?
He lives in an undisclosed location in Russia, and Putin allows him to live there as like a fuck you to Obama, basically.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
If I I'd keep whistleblowers on my little human zoo too, though.
But again, people are supposed to be covered under whistleblowers laws, and the reason why he blew the whistle on these surveillance things, certain things probably needed to be out there, right? Now I understand the reason for security. Being ex-military, there's reasons why certain things are considered to be secret, top secret, confidential, compartmentalized, all these different securities. However, when a country does things that is morally corrupt as far as human rights violation, I don't think these things apply to any of those things. I think those things should be exposed regardless of the country.
Steve, can I make a statement right now that you probably won't agree with?
That's 95% of what you say, Billy.
Russia this entire time were the good guys.
Is that some kind of thing like the Jedi and the Sith? The Sith are actually good.
Yes.
Or the in Star Trek, it's the
think about Russia. Think about
Federation's
Russia.
the bad guys.
Think about Russia. They got babushkas. Nobody values grandmothers like Russians do.
Yeah, everybody loves babushkas.
But everybody loves babushkas. Have you seen the Russian like architecture? It's beautiful. It looked like fucking Disneyland.
Russia
it's
has
beautiful.
a lot of art. I mean, Russia
it's beautiful.
is an amazing country if it wasn't so, communistic as far as not allowing people to have, lands and the workforce and the military has also their own problems. They don't even know how to provide for their own military. But as far as Russia saying, "Hey, screw you" to America by housing Snowden,
they're protecting a whistleblower.
Okay with that.
they're being the good guys here.
Yeah.
Russia's the good guys.
Well, just because they do one decent act doesn't mean that they're the good guys. I mean, Putin
decent act. Have you seen Putin ride a bear and sing?
At the same time, yeah, playing the violin.
It's beautiful.
Well,
Russians are always the best athletes. They're the best chess players.
Well,
they're the best wrestlers.
Do you think Putin has dirt, and I mean like actual dirt on Trump? Something that is, if it ever came out, would be detrimental to Trump's career.
I think every country, including our own, has dirt on Trump.
Think so?
Yes. You see Giuliani in the Borat film where he's with that girl on the bed.
Yeah.
The reason
I haven't seen the movie, but I saw a scene. Yeah.
The reason Giuliani did that is because everybody does that. Everybody knows honeypots are 100% an effective thing. And once you've gone too far and you've got that video out there of you that could ruin you don't care what else you do.
So he probably has I think he has Trump having golden showers on Ivanka or something.
That's what everybody says. I think it's even worse. I think they have Trump.
I've heard that actually.
I think they have Trump apologizing to somebody on video. And they're holding that against him.
Well, I mean, he has butted up to a lot of world leaders that he shouldn't be actually butting up to.
Here's this is a crazy video where Michael Flynn makes his sister sing at this rally.
I want you to sing a song.
I don't know what song to sing.
God bless America. I don't know what song you know.
Let's sing a song. Michael, General Flynn wants to sing a song. Let's sing God Bless America.
Oh, I thought she was going to do some Machiavelli.
Does she not know the words?
Oh, yes, you
do.
God bless America, land where I stand.
Oh, she doesn't know the words at all. It's so cringy. Oh, that's it. That's weird. That was a short clip. What is this?
She should have done something like everybody knows, like Highway to Hell or something.
Imagine if we had 5 million. What about 10 million? Which shouldn't be too much to ask for a weekend and for the 80 million Trump supporters. We got to show up, guys. We got 42 days till this clown
in 80
in a
million
suit.
Trump supporters. I thought he had 72 million. Biden had 80 million. Are we just rounding up to the nearest 10?
The nearest 10 million.
Might
What's a few
potentially
million
be
here and
inaugurated.
there?
Let's
We
just
can't
add
let that
10%
happen.
more
You
on
can't
top.
Let that happen. I will die before that happens. That is not going to happen on our watch.
Okay. She'll die before it happens. Somehow I think she'll still be around.
Yeah, I don't think she's going to lay down her life for anything.
What is this?
I'll die before that happens.
Do you remember this guy? Dude,
He looks like Bundy King.
This guy.
That's not Bundy King.
This guy compares meeting Nick Fuentes to the first time he kissed his wife.
Yes.
She should file
Yes.
for divorce.
Epic. I am super glad that I went. It was one of the most memorable experiences that I'll probably ever have in my entire life. It was super
dull
white pill. It was
fucking
probably the
loser.
most white pilled I've been since election night 2016. So we woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning and we had to drive about 4.5 hours to Washington, D.C. And the amount of people was just insane. I don't know what the official numbers are. I heard it was between 150 to 300,000 people. And I've been to like 4 different Trump rallies.
I heard it was a terribly huge number that it probably wasn't. And then I doubled that.
Right.
And that was by far the most people for a Trump event that I've ever seen or anything. And it was just insane. There was Trump flags everywhere. And, you know, of course you had the whole spectrum of Trump supporters.
Oh, it's definitely part of the spectrum.
Yeah.
From the libertarians to the boomer tier conservatives. You had like this organization of Chinese Trump supporters that were anti-CCP, which I thought was really funny. They were holding up pictures of like Winnie the Pooh. You had the Proud Boys, which even though the Proud Boys are kind of cringe and libertarian,
Kinda?
I talked to a couple of them. They were super nice people. They might be ideologically retarded, but they were super nice people. You had lesbians.
He thinks they're the problem with the Proud Boys' ideology is that they're libertarian, though. He's not. That's his problem.
That's his issue with it. I don't. That's not even. That's the non-issue with me. I mean,
right.
Lesbians for Trump. Loved seeing that. But my main goal when I got there was to find Nick Fuentes. So we're walking through the crowd, and you know, there's just flags and people with bullhorns and just people everywhere. And then I finally see somebody that has an American First shirt on. And I'm like, yo, are you looking for Nick Fuentes? He's like, yeah, I can't find him. So me and him start walking together. Meanwhile, my dad and my father-in-law are like 62 years old and they're like behind us and they can't keep up with us. Then we're walking and we see another kid with an AF shirt and he comes with us, and we ended up getting like 7 different people looking for Nick Fuentes. And it was really funny because we're walking and all of a sudden they start doing a prayer over the loudspeaker, and like we all stop and take off our hats and, you know, kneeling our head in prayer. And then he says, and Lord, please let us restore our Judeo-Christian values. And we all looked at each other like, hate to see it. So then Nick sends out a tweet saying,
we all look at each other
me
like,
that the,
oh, wrong prayer. Can we take back some of the prayer?
Right.
What was he thinking the prayer was about?
Well, the Judeo part, yeah, they don't. They're like all anti-Semitic people, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
We stopped to do a prayer, but then
So just Christian, not Judeo-Christian.
Judeo-Christian.
Judeo-Christian. Yeah. So they just want the Christian aspect. Forget about the whole New Old Testament Jews and all that. Okay.
Zena Hotel or something. We're going to march down to Liberty Plaza. So we Google where that is, and we all start going towards the hotel, and it's like 8 blocks away, and we're like, where are we being sent right now? So we're marching up, and all of a sudden, our group of like 5 people or whatever it was meets up with a group that had Baked Alaska in it. And then we all start marching up the streets, and then we see Nick Fuentes, and that's in my video when we met up and I shook his hand and stuff, and then Baked Alaska was there, and so was Patrick Casey, and it was such a crazy moment. And then we all start marching down towards Liberty Plaza.
It was
America
such
First.
a crazy moment. A bunch of loser motherfuckers got together to celebrate a big loser motherfucker and his stupid fucking failed presidency. It was so magic. Oh my God, I swear to God, at that moment, I regretted marrying my wife because I wanted to break my vow and suck off Nick Fuentes. Oh my God.
It was like such a surreal moment. And then, so I'm marching like right behind Nick Fuentes, right? And this is going to sound super gay, but I wanted to get a picture with him. Obviously, that was like,
I love how he started it by saying this is going to sound super gay.
like my main goal of the day. Was to get a picture with
Comparing
Nick Fuentes.
meeting Nick Fuentes to meeting your wife, that's beyond Thunderdome, dude.
And
Get
the
out of here.
nervousness
Yeah.
I felt was insane because
The fact that you can record this alone in your car, then put it on your computer to edit it, and watch it back and watch you say this, and then you still think it's a good idea to upload it onto YouTube, shows a huge lack of oversight on your part.
The huge lack of oversight. He's walking. He stops to pray because there's some random prayer going on, and then regrets the prayer because he prayed to the wrong God. Fuck off, dude.
Well,
You're
that's
brainwashed.
pretty,
You're a loser.
The Burger King mascot, the Burger King, I think that's what his name is, should just come by and
Drink
just slap
more,
that
Billy. Sad
shit off his
face.
head.
I don't get starstruck. I've met plenty of celebrities. I've met Jackie Chan, Usain Bolt, Proof from D12 when I was a little kid. I met.
Hold on.
I think he's wearing the Burger King crown because of that guy that keeps getting kicked off planes for saying the N-word to black people. I think that's what that's a reference to, but I could be wrong.
Roker,
This guy can't wait to have Nikki baste his red pills.
Ooh.
Man, a bunch of different people that I can't even think of that right now. And every time that I've seen them in person, I wasn't like starstruck. I just went up to them and was like, hey, what's up, man? I like your whatever you do. Can I have a picture with you? Whatever. But with Nick Fuentes, even though he's not even nearly as famous as any of those people, like I was like kind of starstruck because it's somebody that I actually like respect and somebody that I've been watching like religiously for a year and a half. But
Jackie Chan or Usain Bolt or any of these other non-whites. But boy, was I white-pilled when I met thick dick Nick Fuentes. Get out of here, dude.
Have been watching him for probably 2.5 years. So the nervousness I had of asking for his picture was the same type of nervousness I had when I first went to kiss my wife. I know that sounds bad, that sounds really gay, but when I went to kiss my wife for the first time, like I had to hype myself up and had to convince myself that she's not gonna turn you down. You just gotta be dominant, you just gotta go in for it, you just gotta
be dominant. If you have to convince yourself to be a man, you're not a man. Stop. It's the easiest thing to do to be a man. Just be yourself. And if you can't be yourself, stop trying to fool yourself. You need to figure out what area of the spectrum you are and start using those pronouns. Pussy, bitch, whatever it is. Fuck you. Being a man is so easy if you are one, and it's impossible if you're not. You fucking loser. Get out of here. Garbage. Jiggle the toilet handle. Flush your turd life down the fucking gutter, bitch.
Billy's getting a little aggressive. I like this.
She likes you. She's not going to turn you down. And when I was trying to get a picture with Nick, it was like I had to hype myself up and say, he's not going to turn you down. You know, he's a cool guy. He's going to let you take a picture with him. Don't worry about it. You got to be dominant. And he let me take the picture with him. And
you got to be dominant. This is the real rape culture. People who fucking convince themselves they're dominant. That's horrible. Fuck you, you loser. You're a beta bitch. Get out of the fucking gene pool. Back up, you little bitch.
it was perfect and really romantic. I told my wife that and she got mad at me. She was like, how can you compare our first kiss with meeting some YouTuber? I was like, he's a D live streamer.
I would be mad at you too if I was married to you. Well, I would be mad at myself for marrying you in the first place, but still, that's a shitty comparison.
Or sleep outside for not realizing that America First is inevitable. I gotta say though, Nick clearly is special, and all of those people are. Patrick.
He's special. Nick is my shiny Pokemon. I love him.
Special Olympics special.
Casey, Baked Alaska, Vincent James, all of these people that like I've been fans of for a while. And the one thing I will say though is that the reason they have to be special is because I generally don't respect anybody younger than me or shorter than me. And I don't know how old Baked Alaska and Patrick Casey are. Patrick Casey might be older than me, but Nick Fuentes is like 5 years younger than me, and he is like up to my belly button. But I guess
I'm kind of wondering if you got to actually have that measured. He's like, hey, stand here, Nick. Face me.
No wonder he got nervous like when he kissed his wife. Yeah, Nick was right at blowjob level.
Put the top of your head right next to my belly button. There you go.
He kissed him afterwards. And
ooh.
I guess his IQ and charisma gives him spiritual height that I respect. So we're marching down, and then we get to Liberty Plaza or Freedom Plaza, whatever it's called, and we go up these stairs.
Black Lives
it's
Matter
like a big
Plaza,
square.
bitch.
And then where he gave his speech was like down the steps to the left. And as soon as we got to those steps, there was like hundreds of people that must have been just waiting for him. And as soon as they saw him, it was like a movie, and everybody just went crazy. And it was like he was a rock star. It was so insane. And what's really cool is because I am a 6'5" Chad Nordic super soldier, a lot of the pictures that were taken, I'm in the background
who
just
gets
towering
all
over
worry
him.
wart when he goes to kiss his fucking potential wife? Okay, super soldier, you fucking worry wart loser. You're a baby boy in a tall man's body. You're a fucking baby boy on stilts. Get out of here, Burger King.
But he
Fail.
physically dominate 99% of the world. And you see me, and like American Nationalist on Twitter posted a picture, and I'm right behind Nick Fuentes. It's really, really epic. So everybody is completely surrounding him, and then he gets pulled up onto like these pillars, and he has the bullhorn, and he starts giving the speech, and the speech was amazing. He talked about how America is not an idea. It's not just based on the Constitution or liberty and freedom. America is its people.
He tongued
its
the
culture,
head.
its
He cupped
traditions,
the
and
balls. It was absolutely fantastic.
only person that is representing those things is Donald Trump. And he talked about how if the Republican Party isn't going to support Trump, he's never going to support the Republican Party again. He talked about how hopefuls for the Republican president.
He is. People keep saying, "Oh, this guy has to be a troll." He is not a troll, and he is literally in the background. You can see him. You can see Nick Fuentes, and you see him. He's like the tallest person in the picture. See?
I'm so tall. Who's this guy in the front next to Megaphone? Not Megaphone, but this guy looks like a goddamn muscle man. He looks like a shooter.
The guy with the big biceps and the black jacket.
Yeah.
He looks like he's SWAT or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe he's a bodyguard.
I don't know, man.
Maybe.
That's the closest thing to a Chad on that stage. And I think that guy probably killed a bunch of people and still dealing with the elements that comes with that, the psychological elements. He's got something in his eyes, man. He ain't back on Earth yet.
President like Nikki Haley and all these other people that 25-year-old disabled kid, I keep forgetting his name, Crawford or something like that, and Dan Crenshaw and Mitch McConnell, all these people are not sticking up for Donald Trump, and that they need to immediately start defending him. And he just gave this awesome American nationalism speech that honestly felt like I was witnessing this monumental, historical, right-wing political moment in American history that's going to be talked about in schools in 50 years. Like, I don't want to say anything.
Yeah. When you're at the center of bullshit, you always can't tell that it's bullshit. Sometimes it looks like a bull market. Wrong, though.
Too unoptical.
Wrong, Papa.
But I don't know how to say this without saying something stupid, so I'm not even going to say it. But it felt like I was witnessing the early speeches of somebody
Hitler?
who is going to be extremely historically
Third Reich
significant
kind of stuff.
in the future. So at this point now, I've completely like ditched my dad and my father-in-law, and they went to the car to get the sandwiches that we bought. So they're calling me and they're like, "All right, we're gonna go eat."
Can we
So
pause for a second? His dad and father-in-law?
Yeah, they were there. He mentioned them earlier too, but only.
But are they like married? The dad and father-in-law? Are they like boyfriend?
His wife's
okay.
Dad and his dad were together.
Sorry, I don't have a wife. I don't know how
I
that's.
mean, I don't know what they're doing in their off time. Who knows if they hook up? But,
Yeah, I guess he went down with his wife's dad. That makes more sense. I'm like, does he got gay dads? It's kind of cool.
His dad is also his father-in-law.
That's hot.
Think about how that works.
Left the crowd and we go eat, and then I want to show my father-in-law because he's never been to DC. So we go to the World War II Memorial, and then the Washington Monuments, and then the Lincoln Memorial, and we're just walking around taking pictures. I do push-ups in front of the Lincoln Memorial because I'm awesome, and then we walk back down to
you, sir, are awesome. I'm sure those sharpshooters, they're on the roofs and all around those buildings, saw you doing push-ups on the Washington Monument and said, "That dude is awesome."
I did push-ups because I'm awesome.
Ugh.
I did something people do all the time, dozens to hundreds of times a day.
To the goal.
I do all the best.
Isn't Ilaria a sweet girl?
Ilaria is a
Yes,
very sweet girl. I'm pretty fucked up, dude.
Keep going.
Keep
Oh man, yeah, you ain't done yet, bitch. I'm working on it, man. This is 40 proof too. This ain't no fucking light shit. That's what you have is 40 proof, right? Jack
Man, yeah.
Didn't there used
So
to
it's
be
80 proof? It's 80 proof.
Didn't there used to be didn't there used to be a Billy Puke alert? I haven't heard that one in a while.
I don't know what happened to it.
Yeah, do that off camera if you do, though, please.
Hey, I was awesome. I did push-ups. Get the fuck out of here,
'Cause
dude.
I'm awesome.
You're a
you know what? I even did a sit-up. That's how amazing I am.
I went to the Washington Monument and did something so basic. So basic.
I walked
the
up those
Washington
stairs by myself.
Going there is pretty fucking basic.
That's
Thousands of people do that
Oh, here we
every
go.
fucking hour.
Well, there's another stairs in the Washington Monument when you get up
There
there.
it is. That's the
This
test.
is a test donation
I'm wearing
for
the same hoodie.
$25.
Yeah. All right.
And that's when we see the Black Lives Matter people chanting and trying to antagonize the Trump people. And there's this fat black woman who is just holding up her middle finger saying, "Fuck Trump, fuck Trump." And then there was this little Asian guy with a Black Lives Matter face mask who was clearly homosexual. I got a picture with him. He did not like it at all when I told him that I loved him in the movie The Hangover. He did not find that funny at all. And then the black lady, like, she was standing on top of these.
Hey, guess what?
this,
Guess
like,
what,
pillar
Papa?
thing,
We didn't find
and
that funny either.
No.
It's not funny.
She grabs her child. I posted a video of this. She grabs her child and comes into the Trump crowd and is like dragging her kid like into people's faces and like saying, "Hey, look at these racists, blah blah blah." It's like, why would you do that to your child? Like, that was so disgusting. Like, she was trying to antagonize people to, I guess, assault her or do something while she had her kid. Why would you even risk endangering your child? Like, if you think these people are these evil, racist, white supremacists, whatever you think, why would you take your 4-year-old child and drag them in the middle of the crowd of these supposedly evil people? Like, and then there was this other black guy who was looking for somebody to hit him. That's what it's.
Notice how every person he's mentioned, if they're not white, he has to mention what race they are, just so you know.
Seemed like he was like trying to get into people's faces and stuff, and most of the people just weren't dealing with it, and everybody was saying they want you to hit them so they could put it on the media, just walk away from them. But there was these two kids, this really skinny kid and this really fat kid, who legit looked like the Superbad kids, and they were like 16, it seemed like, and they were the only ones holding up Trump flags and just getting in this guy's face. I was like, yo, there's all these Proud Boys, there's all these different people, and these two fucking nerdy kids are getting into this black guy's face. I'm like, they're gonna get killed. But then you have to realize that these are the type of people, like, these weirdo little nerdy kids are the type of people that will just like stab you. So I wasn't too worried, but my father-in-law was like trying to get a video of it, and he was like getting right in the guy's face, and I was like, you gotta step back. So nothing really transpired from that besides just yelling back and forth. And then there was this like mentally challenged guy who just kept saying that you buy your clothes.
So
at Kmart,
Donald
like,
Trump
over and
showed
over.
up at his own rally?
This guy's honestly annoying.
He is. He's awful.
He's a fucking,
really annoying.
He's acting like a teen girl that just got back from VidCon and saw Shane Dawson. Oh my God. But Shane Dawson's actually, you know, a war criminal. So
Yeah, I can't believe that this is his hero that he got this excited
Shane
for.
Dawson has more street cred than Nick Fuentes.
He got so excited he couldn't wait till he got back home. He had to like broadcast from his car. You know, hey, I got to hang out with Nick Fuentes. Yay, yippee, skippy.
I brought a hammer with me today
This
because
bitch about to
we
eat
are
some
going
crab?
to respond to the Dominion voting machines and the supercomputer called the hammer, but we're going to come with a different spirit today. And I'm going to hammer this podium with my hammer, and when I do, I want all of us to shout, "No king but Jesus."
Oh, God.
If I had a hammer, I would carry it in the morning. I'd carry it in the
king
evening.
but Jesus! No king but Jesus! No king but Jesus!
So no Burger King.
Lord, we're grateful that you
Burger
have
King's
not
got some great hamburgers, though. I don't know why Jesus would be upset by that.
left us here in the
See, I got a little bit of like a detective mind. I'm basically like Sherlock Holmes. When I see this woman, I can deduce fairly accurately that she's never had good sex in her life.
No, see, I would put it more as a poor man's Paula White.
I don't know who that is.
Paula White is the spiritual advisor to Trump. You know, spending the angels from or demons or angels from Africa, that woman. Yeah,
that bitch.
Yeah, this is the poor version of that.
Here's some more Trumpster Bob.
Well, darn,
the hell's going on, America?
Oh wow, he has Dos Equis now instead of Keystone. You see that?
Oh wow, dude.
How?
Whoa, Trumpster Bob. Whoa, got the wrong flag behind you there, Trumpster Bob.
Come on, America. How? Hitler Biden regime. They cheated in the election.
No king but Jesus.
No king but Jesus.
Won the fucking election. And not only that, they cheated in the Baltimore election. That's a fact.
No, it's not. There's no evidence of any cheating whatsoever.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
No way Kim Klacik don't win that election. Like, no way in hell. And there's no way in hell they retake the House after all their shenanigans and bullshit. No chance of that happening. So I gotta hand it to them crooked fucking mafia motherfucking Democrats who pull off a cheat all the way through the goddamn country.
Drinking a Dos Equis. A cerveza.
But let the American people know at least that they are now under the Chinese communist and mafia communist rule.
Yeah.
Americans.
Joe Biden, puppet to China. We are now part of the Chinese Communist Party.
No longer own this country. We're done as a free capitalist nation. We're done.
I happen to like China stuff. I mean, I'm sorry they've got a communist regime, but I mean, I'm a big fan of the motif and the country. I mean, the people are amazing. I mean, I love being over in the Asian countries. I thought they were so nice and the food was amazing. And I wouldn't probably care if we had more Asian influence in it.
I've never been to Asia, but I'd like to visit sometime. Why not?
I want to do Japan.
I never got to go to Japan. Yeah, I wish, but.
No
you know,
job.
and the thing about communism, I mean, you see that from this generation, especially like the boomer generation that was indoctrinated that, communism is so bad, they're the evil enemy during the Cold War. I think it was overblown to the extent of the evil of communism as a way to nationalize Americans under this false sense of patriotism. Not that I'm a pro-communist, but there are much worse regimes out there than just communist regimes.
Yeah. It was made into a boogeyman, and then you know, from like post World War II era all the way up until the 90s. You know, we can remember like every villain in every movie being Russian. You know what I mean? It was because
Red Dawn, baby.
Yeah,
Red Dawn.
yeah.
They gave them away to fucking Asia. And then they proceeded to import money from other countries.
All right,
Don't be
man.
upset,
I'm so
folks.
anxious. I'm happy to have.
You can't get Americans to vote American. You got Americans voting for, So really, if you think about it, with 80% of the world communists, how in the hell is a great capitalist nation like America supposed to be victorious in this type of battle?
Victorious.
It's not going to happen, folks.
Free enterprise, better economic situations with one, getting rid of a lot of corporate loopholes, revamping the entire tax code, having single payer health care, a socialized medicine would be fine. There's a whole bunch of things we could do to improve this country. Trump didn't do any of them.
But he did get 3 Supreme Court justices on his side
who didn't side with him.
They didn't side with him. That's so fucking great.
That's because they still have integrity. So even it doesn't matter.
Well, they would have got blasted if they didn't. These things were so egregious. Some of these motions and these lawsuits that they put out, such bullshit. They would have been laughed at by their peers. They would have been laughed at. They're that bad.
We got ancient money working against us. Do you know what that means? Ancient money?
Rockefellers, Rothschilds.
There was never any chance that America was going to be victorious. Even though capitalism does work, it is the better way to go
forms
for
of
the
capitalism
people.
work better than others, though. Totally free market
man.
doesn't seem to
Once
work.
you make them poor and you get rid of the jobs, it's all about give me free, give me free, give me free. I want everything free.
Well, I think the idea of give me free is reasonable. When some people take more than they should from people.
You know, a country is generally determined by how they treat the most poorest of their society. There's nothing wrong with having free benefits, especially when people need them. There's also free benefits to people as a whole, right? Socialized medicine would be the entire country, not just people that are below poverty level. So that has been implemented in other countries, and it does work. The VA is a socialized medicine. I have the VA. That's a socialized form of medicine. It can be done right? But there's certain basic necessities I think all humans should be entitled to.
Health companies don't answer to the unhealthy; they answer to the investors. That's where the problem lies.
Well, a lot of that stuff isn't for the profitability, right? I mean, but as you pointed out, when you have these independent businesses, they're looking for profit. That's all they give a shit about. They rather have 10 people die if it saves them money in the long run over one person surviving.
What people don't understand is that there's a huge amount of unpaid medical bills that go unpaid because people can't pay them. And that cost just gets passed on through...
It's bad debt, yeah.
Yeah, throughout the... Well, it gets passed on through other healthcare consumers. Because of the back debt that happens.
Mm-hmm. Look what happened with the subprime lending, right? I mean, they decided to give out money to subprime, and all that became bad debt on their books.
Yeah, so overall public health is a good investment because it would keep prices low because of that, and then also it wouldn't be set up with a profit motive. It'd be the treatment and then keeping the business afloat, but treatment being before profit, right?
You think that there'd be a long run saving of money, especially if there was higher productivity, workers were more healthy. But I think a lot of medicine should be more palliative in nature and more preventative in nature.
Yeah, that's
what I mean, we don't have a lot of that though. In fact, I just recently started trying to get more healthy.
If you give someone a free doctor's visit every 2 to 3 months, they're more likely to catch, colon cancer or something stupid like that, where if they catch it early, it's not a big deal, rather than having to treat someone until they die and then you have all this unpaid medical debt.
I agree.
You should pay people. You should pay people to go to the doctor every 3 months. They should get paid to go.
Why?
You think
it should be incentivized?
Yes.
Why?
So people go. Because right now people have to figure out a way to get away from work and take time off to go. It's very hard for people to make those schedules. It's the same thing with voting. They had to make voting a fucking thing.
Well, them getting paid isn't going to get them time off work necessarily.
But they can afford to take time off work.
Well, I mean, but he's got a point though. I mean, people get time off work to go vote, right?
Yeah.
Now that is a right to vote, but I mean, if employees said, "Hey, look, we will give you," I have to make like a huge incentive, something minor, to go get checked out, to go get a colonoscopy, to go get a physical, go get cancer screening. Maybe that's not a bad idea.
I don't
Billy might have
necessarily
exactly
agree.
a good idea.
I don't agree with people getting paid to do it.
No, yeah, it wouldn't be monetary. There should be other, like a small incentives.
People can't afford to take this time off to go get colonoscopy checks and stuff. They have to work all the fucking time. People are working paycheck to paycheck, an hour off, 2 hours off, taking the bus back and forth. It's going to cost them money they can't afford. At the end of the week, they're going to be short $50, which was going to keep their lights on.
Yeah, I don't agree. But I agree people should get paid. Like people who are full-time students, I can agree maybe those people should get paid. I don't know.
People are saying the incentive is you become healthy. People don't care about being healthy. They just want to be not hungry.
I don't think we can monetize every good behavior.
Yeah, well, then that's the problem. Do you want to monetize something to have people do the right thing, right?
Right.
Well, and again, it's kind of subjective if that is the right thing or not, right? I mean, there's no moral imperative to maintain your health.
Do you not think that if somebody is getting a constant checkup all the time, like was just said, that they're going to catch something early on, it's not going to be as expensive to
No,
catch?
and that would be the that would be the upside of it. So if somebody did a physical every year, then if something could be caught earlier, it would probably save a lot of money. But
it would
there are
save a
insurance
lot
companies
of
that
money.
do that. There are insurance companies that say, you're required to have an annual physical for that very reason.
But it wouldn't save money if you paid everyone to go to the doctor regardless of whether
Right,
or
and
not.
that would be the
Right.
the cost benefit analysis that we would have to do, because if you're paying people to go get a checkup and there's not saving anything anybody because they don't find anything, then that's just wasted cost.
Right.
And people aren't going to be able to take time off to go get their checkup. They can't afford it. Well, maybe we don't pay people to go to get checkups. Maybe we actually start paying people to exist on Earth, because there are people who can't afford to exist in America. That's the problem.
I don't know.
And that is how America voted. If America, where do you go from here? And that's what you want to know, isn't it? What are we going to do? I'll tell you what you're going to do.
We're going to start drinking Mexican beer
You're gonna
because it
be
was cheaper
poor.
than the American stuff.
I bet you Dos Equis is more expensive than Keystone Light. I would guess it is.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Keystone Light is about.
And Dos Equis is a way better beer than Keystone Light.
Unless you said that his area was a highly Latino, right? Is what you said?
Oh my God, are you gonna really argue something so that it? Oh come on, Billy.
Well, maybe the gas station had a deal on Dos Equis.
Okay,
because
cool.
that's
Yeah, let's
what
argue
people-
this
You're not gonna get any
unverifiable
free anything.
hypothesis.
I don't think he's paying more money
Because
to get
the
drunk.
elite
That's what
in
I'm saying.
charge could care
Cool.
less about you. They just wanted your stupid vote.
Anybody who says, "Hey, Billy, how
And
about
laugh
get a
like,
job?"
oh yeah, if you need a
A lot
doctor,
of jobs don't pay enough for people to exist.
Well, I mean, when people are like minimum wage jobs, they're not meant to like raise a whole family on, right?
Why
They're
not?
entry level.
They were
because-
they were in the 60s.
No, never really. Well, for the
They
what's called
definitely
unskilled
were.
versus skilled labor, the unskilled usually was basically a way to get into the workforce to determine the best vocation abilities they have, get a trade, learn something, or the people went to college. But it wasn't to support a family of four on a minimum wage. Matter of fact, the federal level has not changed in 40, 50 years? I mean, when has the federal minimum wage changed? It's been a long time.
If the minimum wage had changed along with the earning capability of the U.S. dollar and everything as it grew, it would be $30-something an hour right now.
Some ridiculous amount. Yeah, I mean, well, the states have changed a
And
little
it's
bit.
what, 9?
920 was it in California? I think it's 9 something.
So the
But the federal's
economy grows.
725.
The economy grows,
Isn't
but
it?
what we pay dwindles, and we tell people, get a job, motherfucker. These jobs don't work no more. These jobs are broken. You know why they're broken? Because the people giving the jobs are making so much money.
So
the debt against
federal's still
America.
725, right? Yeah, so I mean that hasn't changed though.
I looked this up on Walmart's website. On Walmart's website, you can get an 18-pack of Dos Equis for $23.72, and you can get a 30-pack of Keystone Light for $17.98. So you can get 30 12-ounce cans of Keystone Light for $17.98, but 18 bottles of Dos Equis is $23.72. Keystone Light, way
how about
cheaper.
PBR?
Way
how much?
cheaper.
What about PBR?
I don't know. I didn't look it up, but PBR's cheap too.
I think I've redone the math here. I know what Trumpster Bob, Billy Bob, Wild Bill, Billy Fridge Bob, Trumpster Bob bought the Dos Equis because he was trying to mac on some Latino girl in the neighborhood, and he was going to offer her a beer, and she said no, so he's got to drink them all himself.
You create these elaborate stories with no information whatsoever. Maybe he just felt like it's. Yeah, you create this delusional bullshit that you have a gift because it's reliable totally on your assumptions. It's crazy.
I have a gift. Fucking wino from the side of the street. Like literally. Drugs? Do you want some cocaine? How about some heroin? Oh, you can give up having children because they're going to be
turned down the Dos Equis.
Abducted and sold into sex slavery over there in the Middle East, girl or boy. I mean, it is what it is, folks. You guys voted for this. It must be what you want.
I wonder who the most famous celebrity is to have sold themselves to a Saudi prince for a night. These are the type of questions I'll probably never get answers to.
So what do you do now? I'll tell you what you do. You lay down and die, just like they want you to do.
Cool. Lay down and die.
Just lay down. Don't do anything. Just die.
Isn't that what JP told Billy to do, basically? Just
suffer
He said suffer and die.
Suffer and die. Yeah,
seems a little more comfortable.
I like this guy better then. He doesn't want you to suffer. He just wants you to just lay down.
Lay down and die.
Most people lay down when they suffer, though, right? Because you can't do much else.
You're in pain, yeah.
Yeah.
They don't want you to do anything. They get scared when Americans actually do something.
I try, but I can't hold on.
Communism's here. You voted for it because you voted Democrat. It's one word and the same. So I don't want to hear it when you ain't got a job and you can't find no fucking jobs because there's no jobs out there to be had. Because all the wealthy got the fuck out of here. And I don't blame them a bit. If I want 100,
nobody has a job right now because businesses have to close because our government did not deal with the pandemic in the proper way.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if they would have shut things down early on for a little while, it would have been far less. But Trump downplayed it. He admitted he downplayed it.
Oh, but they called me xenophobic.
$1 million.
Trump handled it horribly.
Lottery, I'd open up my own business, but it would not be in America. I could promise you that.
Yeah,
I guarantee you that.
Business owner.
It would be in another fucking country somewhere. Damn sure would not be
I
America.
opened my own
And
business.
you got to ask yourselves, if you won a $100 million lottery and you had a business you wanted to open up, whether it was sewing or stitching, I don't know.
So he's trying to think of two businesses, and the two business types he can think of is sewing and stitching.
Hey, maybe they're lucrative. Who knows?
No, you know the guys from Project Runway. Trumpster Bob loves Project Runway.
Maybe he hand wove those flags in the back.
Or whatever. Or a damn manufacturing company of some type where you're building something.
That's construction, not manufacturing.
Yeah, and so he wants to take his business, put it overseas, and not give the jobs to Americans. Isn't that what he's kind of complaining about to begin with?
He's all over the place.
Would you start business in America or out of America. Because I got to tell you, there's no way in hell I would do it in America.
But but that's supposed to be some kind of patriotic guy that's supposed to like want to give jobs. I mean, he says he understands people going overseas, and yes, I think we all do if there's incentivized things for people to go overseas. But it's still, there are countries that stay in America that do very well, right? Usually they're getting some kind of tax breaks or whatever. Especially local municipalities will give tax breaks to have big businesses come in and say, look, we'll suspend your property tax for a while, or whatever they'll incentivize with. But they want to keep the businesses local. They want to keep the businesses in America. Now he's just saying, well, I would do the same thing as everybody else. I just take my business overseas.
Well,
How patriotic is that?
Because his guy lost, so he's taking his ball and going homeless.
It's hypocritical.
The cost is too high.
The damn rent is too high.
Think about this.
Eric H. Christ in the fan chat says, Ben, Billy, Steve, I don't know how to break this news to you, so I'll just say it. Trumpster Bob is fucking stupid.
He is.
Yeah. No, I think it's a nail on the head there. I agree with you. He's a stupid.
I need to buy a
put it.
bunch of equipment to open up a machine shop to build a particular product.
Mm-hmm.
In America, it's going to cost me $100 million. That's all the money I got. Or I could go to some other country. There's a lot of them out there. And I could buy that equipment for $30 million.
Yeah, but all the yeah, but you still want to be part of the American market where people have the money to spend, right? Like, so basically you want to outsource jobs to countries with cheaper labor, but still do business in the United States and make the money that the American economy generates.
Same company.
It's really patriotic of you.
Never importing into America and making hundreds of millions of dollars.
Did he say he could never? No, sorry. You would not make as much money if you didn't import into the U.S.
a year.
Is it possible?
I mean, importing's fine.
Do you think it's possible to make a crypto that can only be spent on American-made goods and services?
How would you go about doing that?
I don't know. Like if it's through like
it's because it's not centralized.
Yeah, there's no way.
Or I can start up in America, put all my money into this thing, and never make a fucking dime.
Or you could do everything you thought you could in another country and never make a fucking dime. Because you're not a businessman. You're a bullshit artist.
Hitler, Joe Biden.
I say artist loosely.
Yeah, I was going to say he's not even very good at that.
This is like finger painting with your poop on the wall of the bathroom while you try and finish the last turd.
Biden, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
There's no coherency here.
I think there's no.
You want me to call him, Steve? I can get him on the phone for you really quick if you want to talk to him.
I really would have no interest, to be honest with you. But you do.
We call him all the time.
Whoever said it earlier, the chat was spot on. These guys is.
We call him all the time, and he's like, "What do you two gay guys want?" So he'll answer. He loves us.
Fucking way in hell I do business in America.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this guy. I can tell you that right here now.
And you people think you got a chance when you vote Democrat? That gotta be the greatest goddamn joke I ever heard in my entire fucking life. You dumb son of a bitches.
Son of a bitches.
But I guarantee you, when I say how
You dumb son of a bitches.
It's not gonna be to your stupid motherfucking ass. Because you're gonna be homeless on the side of the fucking street, walking your way back to your tent without a fucking beer in your hand.
Damn, that's harsh. No beer in hand.
Without a fucking beer in your hand.
Yeah, well, we ain't got no beer in our hand, but Billy got fucking Jack Daniels and I got fucking brandy, so fuck off.
Yeah.
You know how many homeless people I know that live the good life? The good life? I know at least 5 homeless people that have unlimited alcohol, drugs, food. They find free Wi-Fi, connect their iPads up to the Wi-Fi, chill and watch Netflix all day. They got heated blankets. They're kicking it, man.
Probably have less stress than we get.
I think homelessness is like it's the Matrix, where you take the red pill or the blue pill. You're like, well, I'm going to take the blue pill. I'm going to wake up, go to work every day. I'm going to follow the rules. I'm going to pay rent. I'm going to pay. Homeless people are like, well, I'm going to take the red pill and I'm going to take a dump in the street and binge watch a show I don't even like because I ain't got nothing else to do. Then I'm going to nod off on some heroin.
No, I mean, there's obviously a homeless problem in America, and you guys have it especially up there in your area. But I think a lot of people that are homeless are there because we don't take enough care of our homeless people. A lot of them do probably have undiagnosed mental issues. A lot of them, probably need help. But our society again. Doesn't seem to put the resources and the infrastructure that it needs to be put in, such as helping the poor and helping the homeless, which, by the way, is part of the whole, defund the police thing. It was supposed to be have the police less money, give them less money, and the money that was going to them, give it to the infrastructure.
No, man. You think we're mentally ill because we live in the streets? I think you're mentally ill because you pay some rich man to live under a roof, man.
No, I just think
you got four.
Ill.
You got 4 walls. You got 4 walls surrounding you, man. I got no walls, man. The world is mine. The earth is literally mine. I wake up on this earth, baby. I pay no rich man to live. Rich people pay me. Everybody richer than me. They give me $5. I'm free, baby. I'm free.
Some of those panhandlers make good money, like seriously good money.
I know. My cousin Gary, before he passed away, would do the gas can scheme, and he would say he ran out of gas, get money for gas. When somebody would give him gas, so I won't give you money, but I'll fill up your gas can for you. He'd go to a gas station he knew and resell the gas cans full of gas to the gas station
I
and
didn't
make
know.
money.
Well, I didn't know gas stations bought.
No, they don't. It's very illegal. But he would sell it cheaper to them than they'd pay for from the trucks.
I never heard of gas company or.
Yeah, dude.
Because why would they buy gas? They think the gas could be watered down. It could be tainted. It could be.
If they sell bad gas, he's gonna stop being the pipeline to buy the gas. So
how much money can they make on black market?
Well, I mean, if it's 50 cents cheaper per gallon than what they pay for the actual gas.
Yeah, but how many gallons was he selling at the time? Again,
I think he'd bring like 5 gallons at a time, like 4 or 5 times a day.
So they saved $2, $2.50.
Because they're cheap, yeah.
Okay, never heard of that scam before.
I
think Billy's picking that shit up, man. I don't think Billy even has a.
I've learned to just smile and nod.
My cousin Gary taught me how to play magic cards.
They're all anecdotal stories. They all sound very extraordinary. A lot of times they involve Billy being a very cool, smart, funny, handsome guy.
Which they can't be true then, right?
Well, no, I couldn't tell stories otherwise. I'd be lying if I told stories about being a stupid, uncool, fucking short guy. Like I have to tell these tall tales because I'm tall.
No one saw that coming.
Nobody can try to justify things better than Billy, can they?
I mean, they could try.
Try, right?
I don't have to try.
I don't think he does. I'm never convinced. I know he's talking.
Well, you know why,
Ben?
Ben?
Every time.
You don't believe in magic. That's the problem.
Okay. Yeah, I watched a few like really cheaply made low budget Christmas movies over the past week. Just kind of like had them on in the background, and I notice there's a reoccurring theme in most of these Christmas movies, and it's basically like anyone who doesn't celebrate Christmas and doesn't have Christmas spirit is a bad person. And I'm like, hey, is this anti-Semitic?
Yes.
Okay. So like Christmas with the Cranks, that movie. Their whole neighborhood shuns them and judges them because they don't celebrate Christmas. So they're just
That title was actually changed in post production.
Oh, so it was
it was originally Christmas with the kind people that don't celebrate Christmas, but they're like, that doesn't work very well. We have to make it Christmas with the
don't
cranks.
celebrate Christmas, but I mean, that's not a holiday I really do much with. Well, but then again, anybody in retail has cringe when it comes to the word Christmas. It's a nightmare during that season.
All right, we're gonna watch something else. Here we go. Oh, and I want to remind everyone, if you're looking to get in on the stock trade, there's an app called Robinhood. Makes it really easy to trade stocks and cryptos. I have a link, an affiliate link down below. If you use my link to sign up for the Robinhood app, you don't have to buy anything, but both of us get a free stock. And I actually got AMC, like the theaters and the channel. I got some free AMC stock today. So, yeah, use the link.
Did you hear that they might go out of business?
No, Billy, I didn't.
Yeah, AMC is saying they
You mean the
only have
theaters?
enough cash. The theaters, yeah.
Yeah.
They only have enough cash to get them through January 8th.
Yeah, I mean, the theater business is not going to be able to last that much longer. I'm sure theaters will open back up once COVID is being handled better, but we might be seeing...
They are suffering huge.
We might be seeing theaters with totally different names on them on the other end of this.
Did you see the Warner Brothers thing that went out?
No.
Warner Brothers is going to release all their movies in theater as well as on HBO Max same day. So, like, all the directors, Christopher Nolan, everybody is pissed. Go, Audrey, go. Let's go.
This could be the end, or at least a hard hit for movie theaters. It could be a reemergence of drive-ins, though. People should think about opening
drive-ins would be great. I actually enjoyed drive-ins, and also they might be the fact that people didn't like going to the movies because of the commissaries, the popcorn and the drinks there were just ridiculous. You paid more for that you're paying $6 for a small Coke, more than the movie.
Well,
I think a lot of people.
As it stands right now, I still have to travel like 30, 40 minutes to get to a drive-in. Like, there's no really close drive-in.
I think it's more than that.
If you said, "Hey, I'll give you $1,000,"
there's one on Whidbey
now,
Island.
no idea.
There's one on Whidbey Island.
Is that only 40 minutes from you?
Yeah.
Well, hey Ben, have you ever been to a drive-in by yourself?
I've been to plenty of drive-ins. They're but
really?
They're all a considerable distance. Like, yeah, there was one in Ohio where I live, but they're always like far out of town. But when my parents were younger, there were way more drive-ins everywhere. Like, they tore them down to build malls and indoor theaters.
Well, because it's a lot of land required for that.
But now we could have a reemergence of that where there is one in like every major metropolitan area that you don't have to drive to some old one that, some family kept open for the last few decades. Because that's mainly what you're dealing with right now.
During this summer, Walmart put up drive-in theater weekends, movie night weekends in a lot of their parking lots.
It was an experience, right? I mean, that was the whole thing with the drive-in experience. I
went to the drive-ins like 3 or 4 times during COVID, during the summer. I went out and the movies weren't that good. The drive-ins are all tore down. They're poor quality, poor video,
they're
poor audio.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're
like relics
they would be renovated. They'd have new technology, better videos.
That's what we need, a renaissance in drive-in theaters. I'm going to play this.
I would go to that. Yeah.
This is you sent me this, Billy. Is this Perez Hilton crying because he got banned from TikTok?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Hey everybody, it is Perez, and some of you may have heard that I have been permanently banned from TikTok.
Look at him. Look how crushed he is. Could you imagine being like a 40-plus-year-old man and you're crying about TikTok banning you?
Well,
I didn't know he was on TikTok, to be honest with you.
I mean, someone like him would need to be in his line
What
of
does
work.
he do on TikTok? I mean, I know he writes blogs, and
I mean,
TikTok is everything.
I've
never
seen a TikTok.
It's one of the fastest growing platforms right now. So
yeah,
I want to give you guys some updates on that.
But that's a big part of his audience, you know.
That's true.
And share some more information. First, the reason that TikTok gave me for permanently banning my account without any warning is multiple community guidelines violations. If you guys don't know how TikTok works, it's run by bots, artificial intelligence.
Just like almost any other platform that you use these days. They're all run by that shit.
I get my videos reported, targeted attacks against me by people who don't like me all the time. And I appeal them, and then they get restored almost always. Not always, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. But today, I created a backup TikTok account. And TikTok just deleted my backup account.
Oh no.
I am feeling numb. And I don't want to seem overly dramatic, but I feel like my world is crumbling. This feels like a death to me. And I want to reveal that
a fucking TikTok, a TikTok dude.
Wait, so he has backup and his primary, or just his backup?
It all got destroyed.
His primary was gone, but his backup got taken down.
And they said he had violated terms. Does anybody know what specifically? Because I mean, people do get false flagged, and you got to be real careful nowadays.
He goes in to explain it through the video, but not before a little bit of
the algorithms don't take context very well. Now I've been like hyper vigilant on like Twitter because people false report me and my videos all the time, but so I've been a lot more careful. But every time I've ever had a thing with YouTube's always sided with me every single time. So that's like a non-issue. But Twitter people try to report anything they think that you can make hay out of, anything. So I've been nice, Steve, on Twitter lately. But then if I lost Twitter, I'd be like, oh, fuck it, whatever. It would be like, find different ways to communicate with people. I don't have multiple different ways of talking to people, you know?
Yeah.
In a Hail Mary pass.
It's fucked up how devastated he is by this, though.
It's one thing to be mad. I can understand he's pissed, but he's emotionally invested in it.
But he just compared it to a death. In a time when people are dying,
actually
all
dying
the time,
during a pandemic,
and some people aren't going outside, and some people are going outside and spitting in the face of that, and he's over here. This TikTok was like a death.
I have reached out to Charlie D'Amelio and her family. I messaged them on Instagram, begging them for help. If anybody could help me right now, it is Charlie D'Amelio's family. And
so he's asking to see the manager, basically.
Charlie D'Amelio is the person who has the most followers on TikTok, right? She's huge. She's a huge TikToker. The idea here is that he's drumming up support, trying to get attention, so they'll like vouch for him or whatever. He's begging now and crying. The levels of pathetic are through the roof right now over a TikTok that he compared to a death. God forbid nothing happens to anybody in his family, then he has to realize how minuscule that fucking TikTok was.
World. I grovel to them.
He fingered Benji Bronk's ass live on the radio.
And I pray that they can find kindness in their heart to please help me. I don't even know if they've seen, they may not even check their message from me.
Look, Perez Hilton, nobody cares about your fucking TikTok. Change your words to help me, Onision hurt me, and everybody will be there for you.
Yeah,
barking up the wrong tree, Papa.
Appeal to Onision. There you go.
I think the reason that I have been permanently banned without any warning is because I have been talking about a lot of creators on TikTok because those videos do well. But I have not done anything that's harassing.
So they banned you for doing drama content.
Bullying, and TikTok is claiming that I am.
Okay, but what was everybody on TikTok or YouTube? There are a lot of people who respond to things. I do response videos, but most of them are going to be related to things that people have said about me, right? I don't go after people's personal things. I don't do any kind of drama related stuff, even though people say, well, Steve, yeah, you have drama in your channel. No, I really don't. Go look. There's not drama there. It's me responding to people creating drama, but that's only response stuff. So was he personally attacking other creators, like literally attacking?
I don't even know what I don't use TikTok, so I don't know what their rules are, but they might even have a rule where you just don't talk shit.
It's probably a lot more stringent than other platforms. Yeah, because I've never used TikTok, so I don't know.
All it is like, it's like there's two types of videos. There's like the attractive girl videos, and then there's like people doing crazy stuff like parkour or like landing a jet on an aircraft carrier and like that kind of stuff. Those are the two types.
I watch TikTok videos on Twitter. I think a lot of them are very brilliant. Like my favorite one is like this one where the person starts off with something and then somebody adds another to the video and they add another video and they add another video. Pure genius.
But the two types of content on TikTok are the content that makes you want to initiate a FAP and the content that distracts you from having a FAP.
Just
the
by
two types of content.
We watch both of them at the same time.
Sharing news and sharing my opinion.
You implode.
Why I am truly not hopeful right now is.
And by the way, I saw Smarty in the chat saying, "How did I know that?" Well, how did I know that Perez Hilton fingered Benji Bronk? Because Benji Bronk was a guy on the Howard Stern show, and he lost this bet, and they were trying to find they tried to find a gay guy to finger Benji in his butt live. And it's actually one of the most hilarious things I've ever heard in my life because Benji screams so loud when the finger first enters him. I cannot help but laugh so hard. I almost cry every time.
What kind of scream? Was it a scream of pleasure or scream of oh shit or scream of what the?
It sounded like he was like being assaulted.
Well, it technically was, except for the fact that he
oh
was
no,
consenting,
he agreed.
I mean, if it wasn't for consent, but well, that must have been one hell of a bet, man.
Oh my god, it was hilarious.
What was it? What did he get if he won? Whatever.
Well, he lost a bet that like he had to. I think it was a lose weight by a certain date or something. It was quite a few years ago. But I remember listening to it when it was live, and it was just insane. Yeah, I just Googled Benji Bronk fingered, and there's like pictures. They weren't allowed to do it in the studio, so they had to like go to somebody's apartment or something and film it. It was really weird.
Last night, when I found out while using the app that I was permanently banned, I thought, okay, well, this is some error. So I messaged my contact at TikTok, and 60 seconds later, clearly he was messaging me right as he told the platform to ban me. I got an email from him.
I wonder if I can find the part. Hold on.
As he told the platform to ban me, saying that I got an email from him.
Why is that? I don't know why.
Whoa, no!
Oh, shit. Yeah, I had too many things on. All right. I want to see if I can play the...
There, yeah, they're literally suiting up, so...
Hold on.
Stop it!
Oh, God.
Benji!
Yeah, that's loud.
Benji, what's going on?
Yeah, see...
Gonna warn an old man about that.
See
My
the
ears are
thumbnail?
really
Here he is, like, about to get fingered.
Yeah. And you don't remember what he would have won if he won $1 million or something?
Go slow. Benji, what's going on? Benji.
We're only 24 seconds in.
All right, it's enough.
Well, by the way, was it the full finger? Was he going for the full finger?
Oh, he went full on.
Was being banned for multiple community guidelines violations, including harassment and bullying and nudity. I don't post nudity on TikTok.
I don't.
You can't have
The
nudes on
only thing I
TikTok,
can
you can't
think
on
of
Twitter.
is when people have made videos about me with my book, holding my book, I've duetted them. And my book cover features a side view of me that shows some glute. But you don't see my whole butt.
Glute.
And it's not
So show some
nudity.
glutes.
It's my book cover from afar and from the...
You know, after Perez Hilton lost all of the weight, he kind of looks like a weaker version of the guy who plays Hellboy.
Yeah, that was said at the beginning of the stream and chat.
Ron
I was
Perlman,
gonna,
yeah.
I was gonna make the statement, and I was waiting for Perez to stop talking, and then fucking someone typed it out in chat, and I don't steal from chat, so I didn't use it, but
yeah,
Locust God said wrong, Perlman.
Side.
that was funny.
Appealed those videos, and they almost always restore them. But the TikTok system is flawed. Like last week or the week before,
Is there any more crying?
I'm video posting them to use and
All right, yeah, cool. Cry about it a little more.
Yeah, it's a little bit of over the top emotion.
Yeah, no, this is pretty long. I just thought it was cute that he's over here like crying about a fucking TikTok, comparing it to death. Like, dude, right here, right now, when people are dropping like flies, that's not good.
Yeah, it's a little bit egocentric, a little bit of entitlement, a little bit narcissistic tendencies.
Yeah.
Remember, Billy? Remember when I told you a few months ago that in Ohio they'll take a circular pizza and cut it into squares, like it'll be square pieces. I just found out there's this pizza place that's really popular in Ohio, but it was like almost nowhere else outside of the state. And now they've teamed up with Red Robin, so now they sell this place's pizza out of every Red Robin restaurant.
Really?
Yeah, it's called Donato's. And they'll take, it's not the best pizza out of Ohio, but it's good and it's pretty good. And they'll do this thing that I never see outside of Ohio, where they take a circular pizza and they cut it into square slices. So it's like multiple squares cut out of a circle. It's called Donato's.
I'm looking at a Donato's pizza. Since their start in 1963 in Ohio, each Donato's pizza has been prepared to order with the freshest ingredients, then baked to perfection. With a commitment to serving delicious, fresh-made American favorites and enriching people's lives, it was a natural step for Red Robin and Donato's Pizza to team up to bring the original edge-to-edge party cut pizza to you. Burgers and pizza lovers unite. I remember pizzas being cut in party cut fashion when I was younger, but obviously not at Donato's. But it wasn't very often they'd be party cut. But it was like a thing. Well, like if you went to a party and they had a pizza that was cooked in the oven when you're like a little kid, your third grader, you went to a friend's house, they'd always cut it in squares like this, so you'd have like 12 pieces.
Yeah,
so you
like
wouldn't
that.
have to have a big ass piece. Yeah. So
another good thing about it, when they say edge to edge, they mean like they cover the entire pizza with the toppings from edge to edge.
Yeah.
If you order a pizza that's thin and crispy, like from Domino's Thin and Crispy, they do that. It's called a Chicago cut, where they cut them in squares, and you always get those little pieces around the edge are like little triangles. There's barely any pizza, but that's generally how they're cut a thin and crispy pizza.
So we hit our goal tonight. Audrey was a huge part of hitting our goal tonight.
Thank you.
And Audrey, thank you. Go. I do want to go through and read off the people who sent us some love tonight. Dwight Langston said Billy is Bob's son. That's why he's so good at making stuff up. He even called him Papa. No, I don't make stuff up. I have strong intuitions. Eric said, no way is Cum Dumpster Blob spending more money on less beer. He had to have gotten a steal on that shit. I agree, Eric. That's a big brain statement right there. Rat Lord gave us big money. No king but Jesus. Thank you, Rat Lord. Carb Cozian again with the big love. Illyria is a sweet girl. Andrew Alt said this guy low-key would leave his wife for Nick Fuentes. LMFAO. This guy is a bigger weenie than Nick is. OMFG. Concur. Eric gave us more big love. Audrey gave us that big love again. Andrew Alt said a bunch of grown-ass men looking for Nick Fuentes to suck him off with their dads in tow. LMFAO. Brian D. Boy gave us that big love. Majorly awesome, big love. Andrew Alt again said, here's on you, BENPAI and Billy. Cheers. Lorenzo Vega said, let's break that out. Let's break the algorithm. Cajun Crustacean said, Brett Keane has a song, At Least I'm Not Kyle. And I think that puts us all up on the tip-top drip drop and back to the beginning.
Yeah, when Kyle becomes worse than Brett Keane, you know you've hit rock bottom.
I wonder if Kyle ever lays on his bed with his feet up like flippers.
He's just got a little bit better hair than Brett, but I see no significant difference any longer. I mean, both of them have basically played an entire group of people for their own benefit.
But I feel like Kyle did it better.
He was more refined about it.
Yeah,
and he basically it took tens of thousands of dollars to show that he was lying through his ass. Brett doesn't. Brett, you don't have to pay anything to see Brett lie.
The most money Brett has ever got for lying was, I think, being paid to be on DP, where he held up the show for a couple hours.
No, Brett used to make pretty decent, from what I understand, back when he was, Christian.
He stole a lot of his stuff. Oh, well, when he was atheist, he was like his first run before people realized he was a con man. He had a good following, and he made
his Amazon wish list and everything that he got. Like, I remember those days. Yeah.
So since we're not doing a post show tonight, we met the goal. We're probably going to go for another 30 minutes or so here. If you guys want to throw us more donos, that's cool. Not required. Just throwing that out there.
Take another swig for the kids. Thank you guys again for getting us there.
If you got bats or anything like that, feel free to send those our way too through the Brave browser. I saw a few. I get alerts on my phone when people send me bats, and I see a few came through earlier when I mentioned it. So that's pretty cool. And I do have some more content to play. Was that all the donos?
I believe so. It's all that came up on the list.
Okay, cool. Let's see here. Oh yeah, I wanted to take a look at our schedule here. On the 15th, Poisoning the Well, gonna be here on the show. On the 17th, Scott Nesterios. On the 19th, we've got Minx. If you guys remember Minx, Manga Minx, RPG Minx. She's going to be here. Tuesday the 22nd, Sunday the 20th, the first private show of December 2020. And we're going to be ranking the various antagonists and oddities from the sweetest to the most sour.
Yeah, we're gonna go from the sweet and sour scale and see where everybody lands. There are gonna be a lot of people in the middle. There's only gonna be one
food
person.
Or people?
Humans. Whether they're a sweet boy or if they're a sour skittle. We're gonna go from one end to the other. So there's gonna be one that's the sweetest by design, unless there's somehow a split tie. I don't think that's possible.
Tuesday the 22nd, Hannibal and Monty. Thursday the 24th, that will be more than likely our a stream on Twitch. We'll probably do the whole episode on Twitch. Saturday the 26th, I actually don't have anyone lined up. I don't have any guests lined up after that. I'll have to pull.
What are you doing for inauguration?
What is that, in January? January
20th.
Oh, I don't know. It'll be early in the morning. I might stream during it, but it'll be like earlier. I remember last year it was 4 years ago it was 9 a.m., 10 a.m.
Well, hopefully in January, if I can get the Non Sequitur show back, we're going to have you guys on as guests on that channel.
Awesome.
Would be one of the great ways to kind of start that channel off. But
do you think the timeline?
I suppose. Well, who knows?
It's
man.
so
just,
stupid.
Kyle's not going to turn over the channel no matter what. I just think I think he'd rather sit in prison for years.
That channel is what he did. That channel is like if you and him owned a car together, and he started like driving around in it with like other people all the time and never letting you drive it. And then one day he just like stole it from you and didn't tell you where it was and never let you use it. And then just like drove it off a bridge and like crashed it and watched it burn.
That's pretty much what he did.
Yeah, like he stole it from you, but then he didn't even take care of it or like keep using it. Like at least
he was kind of would have looked really bad had he. But there's a lot of things that look bad already.
Right, already.
I don't think he knows what he's in for. Just the stuff that he did alone on the channel, there's going to be possible ramifications for him sanctions because he had changed some of the thumbnails, some of the other things he's done. That's just all come around to the contempt hearing. The lawyer has all this information of the things that we're going to be bringing up at the contempt hearing, which will be scheduled. We just have to determine whether a criminal hearing, contempt hearing, is going to also be scheduled with it, or is just going to go straight to the DA. Either way, he's looking at going to jail for contempt and prison for the things we mentioned at the beginning of the episode.
Yeah.
So prison is not the same as jail, by the way, but he's looking at both.
Yeah. All right. Here is Kevin Joseph King.
Uh-oh.
And I'm gonna go one-on-one with the Chug and wrestle him. See, so I'm gonna wrestle the Chug.
Oh no!
What does he do? No.
I'm gonna put him up.
Oh no. Oh, okay.
He's always got the weed shirts on.
Is he doing
Powerbomb?
He's doing the Razor's Edge. He just said it. He said, I'm doing a move to raise his edge. I knew when he put his arms out like that, that's what he was doing.
Young William T. Frigington, my boy, kindly polish off that bottle. Good sir. Pip pip, govna.
That would kill him. I don't think he would polish it. That's a fifth of Jack.
I'm not gonna polish. This is more than a fifth. This is half gallon.
Yeah, there's quite a bit left in there. There's quite a bit left in there.
Yeah, you don't want to finish that. We're not trying to kill Billy. Well,
the Razor Edge. Do the Razor Edge.
I'm learning a lot here about self-defense actually. Wrestling.
Ooh, step up toe.
Takedown.
Russian leg sweep. He's got him. He's got him in a body slam. KJK with the pile driver.
He like ripped its arm off and beat it with it.
Wow, that poor turtle, man.
Yeah.
Does the turtle consent to this?
No.
Probably not.
I want to play this. Someone sent this to me. The Best of Hungry Genghis. Hungry Man Dinner's ad campaign.
I was going to wait for that for when Asterios was on next week.
Oh, okay. I'll wait then. Wow, you ruined it, Billy. Wow.
I didn't ruin it. I remember what I said is Asterios on next week. We got something we got to play when he's on. We got to do Cutting the Fat so it comes up.
Okay.
And then it comes up as him. I think we got to have it with him.
Okay,
I
I'll
feel
do
like,
it with him.
I feel like it's worth waiting for to have him there.
Okay, I'll do it with him.
Everybody, you got to watch Thursday when Asterios is on. This is going to be so good. So good. You know what? Play 5 seconds of the beginning just to tease everybody.
Okay.
You guys got to come back this Thursday. Yeah. Oh, this is gonna be nutty, guys. This is gonna be so good. I'm so happy to dig up Asterios's beautiful history. This is legit history here. Oh my God, it's so good. It's too good to be cringe though. I'm like Asterios for Cringerweight, but it's too good to be cringe. So good.
Let's play some more Fuentes. How about that? Since we're gonna put in a little bit more time here. Let's do
some tricky.
Okay, I've got 3 of them. You can pick which one you want me to play, Billy. Nick Fuentes goes off on people telling him what to chant. That's the first one. Second one is Nick Fuentes versus Jaden McNeil in a boxing match. Or Nick Fuentes on Texas suing swing states.
I think the first one.
All right.
It's true. iFunny says, let's make hashtag cross the Rubicon Don go trending on Twitter. Will you shut up, man? I mean...
Hey, did you steal that from Joe Biden?
Oh my gosh!
You shut up, man.
Yeah. Strong Biden.
You ever shut up?
Oh, man.
Come on,
Does this show ever end? I mean, really.
Is this Hunter Biden's illegitimate son?
I think it is. Looks just like him.
Post this under every tweet of the president. Yeah, that's really catchy. That'll trend. Cross the Rubicon, Don. What's wrong with you? Why do you think that would be trendy? What is wrong in people's brains? Oh, man. I went to the Phoenix rally, and look, well-meaning. This super chatter is well-meaning, and this woman was well-meaning, but some of this stuff makes me want to just slit my throat. So I go to the Phoenix rally, I finish my speech, and I'm like sweating, I'm exhausted, and I'm making my way through the crowd into the hearing, and this lady stops me, and she's like, hey, listen, you did a great job, but you need to chant this. She said, you need to get back up there and chant. What the fuck did she say? She said, have a Merry Christmas, support small business.
He told...
She said, you need to get back up on that ladder. And you need to chant, have a Merry Christmas, support small business. Because the small businesses need it. And during the Christmas...
Yeah, we need Nick Fuentes to energize the economy.
Are you guys sure he's not high as fuck?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, this is like legit. He's like, you guys know for a fact he's not on any kind of...
I guess I don't know for
maybe
a
he's
fact.
coked up. Maybe he's coked up.
Maybe,
but
but
I'm not being accusatory. I'm legit asking. I don't, like I said, I don't watch Nick.
Why do you think he would be? Like, what makes you think that he's on
this? His mannerism is over the top. He's laughing at his own jokes that are not funny. It's a very like contrived, almost, if not something that is you'd find from somebody who's on some kind of altered state.
Think this is the altered state is his own fucking farts. He's a fart sniffer. He sniffs his own
So he
brand.
gets high off his own farts.
He loves it. Yeah. He's self-absorbed douchebag that thinks he's
it might be the
saving
psychological.
the world
that's fine too. I'm just wondering if there's any other cause for his behavior.
through his awkward
just
form
awkward.
of shill.
Season, they need it. She said, and one other thing, you know what else you need to chant? We will fight for what's right. Do that. I'm like, I'll do that. I'll get up there. And then I get in, I'm like, why do I always get the nuts? You know, what the fuck? No, but she was nice. She was very nice. She was well-meaning. Very nice lady. And, you know, I have no animosity towards her, but, you know, sometimes I hear these things and I'm like, what? What the fuck are you saying? Have a Merry Christmas, support small business. Yeah, there's a crowd of 1,000 people. Okay, everybody, now we're going to chant, have a Merry Christmas, support small... What? I mean, think it through, man. Think it through. So, you know, she was very well-meaning, very nice.
So not only are you a fucking simp that takes directions from the woman telling you what to chant, you tell her you do, but you're a coward because you won't tell her you won't.
Yeah, he was passive-aggressive. That's fine.
Yeah, you're a fucking coward and a bitch, dude. Like, how is this not simple mathematics for every douchebag loser that watches Nick? Oh, I know why. Because they see a lot of themselves in him. You're all weak, and together you think you're strong. The joke is, fucking fools.
You know, and
I'm a fool, but I own it. I'm good at it.
We love ladies that go to protests and all that, but it's like, you know. So, anyways,
where's he going with that? We love the ladies go to the protests, but nothing. No reason.
You do. Here's the next stop. Why don't you let me worry about it? Let's make. I love how a super chatter says, let's make you and me. Yeah, you and me. You random guy and me who has the show and the, 100 and some thousand followers on Twitter and whatever. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it. Yeah, I like me. I could go to Donald Trump and say, hey, Donald Trump.
Weird flex.
Yeah.
Weird. Calling out a donor. Oh, yeah, like you, who's some random guy giving me money. And then me, who has a whole lot of followers. Oh, my God. Yeah, okay, we'll do it. Oh, weird.
What the
flex,
fuck
dude.
is going
Just
on with
brush
his
that one
fingers, man? Look at the finger, especially on his left or his right hand. Oh, my God.
Like Marfan syndrome or something.
It looks like he caught a basketball wrong. Oh, my God, we did the mash. Do you think he put that Mary in his butt?
They're like E.T. fingers.
If I was gay or a girl that liked phallic stuff, I would totally buy that Mary just to put it in me.
Let's work together. You and me, man. You know. No, why don't you let me worry about the hashtags? Let's make this go trending. No, let's not, because that will never go trending. That doesn't make any sense. What does that even mean? That's not even I understand what it means, but it's not a clear call to action. Most people don't even know what cross the Rubicon means. I mean, is that an idiom that most people even really know what it means? I know it's not that esoteric, but you'd be surprised how ignorant people are. And what's more, that's not a direct call to action.
Everyone watching right now, please like the stream, especially now, because throughout the next week or so, this video will get posted on some Discord server or wherever Nick Fuentes fans hang out. And they will come here and they will dislike the stream and they will leave a ridiculously stupid comment. So feel free, but do me a favor, if you want, feel free to respond to their comments, make them look as dumb as we all know they are, and also like the stream to offset their vote brigading that I know that they like to do. So, yeah.
Action. I mean, it broadly means like break the law, become a dictator, but what meaningfully, I mean, what clear definition, what clear call to action does that mean? It doesn't have...
Wait. What do you say crossing the Rubicon has to do with breaking the law?
Yeah.
Is that what they're saying? What?
Means.
I thought it was that to do with Julius Caesar.
Not that esoteric, but you'd be surprised how ignorant people are. And what's more, that's not a direct call to action. I mean, it broadly means like break the law, become a dictator, but what meaningfully...
No, that's not what crossing the Rubicon was.
What clear definition, what clear call to action does that mean? It doesn't have one. So that is why that's ineffective. Cross the Rubicon, Don. I mean, for what it's worth, our claim is that we're the legitimate winners. It doesn't make any sense for us to say break the law, become.
Rubicon has to do with Caesar in the 10th Legion when he was crossing the Roman Italy about 49, 50 AD or something like that.
A dictator.
No, BC. Yeah, no, BC. It was BC.
That's not going to work for a variety of reasons. It's also not catchy. So, no.
Also not very catchy.
I'm going to play this one where he talks about boxing his friend. I guess this guy that he's talking about is his buddy.
I saw that poll on you and Jaden in a boxing match. I noticed that it appeared you were winning, and then the exact amount of votes came in for Jaden to win. I predicted this Med Mirage back in September. Very funny. We did this joke yesterday, but it's still true. Jaden stole the poll. I don't need to be told by, Twitter people. I don't need to be told by rigged votes that I could beat Jaden up, because I know and Jaden knows, you know it, and I know it, and they know it, and pretty much the whole world knows it, that I could defeat Jaden easily. Easily. Jaden has glass bones and paper skin, and it wouldn't even be hard. I mean, I said it...
Something would be hard.
Then why... Then why are we having this conversation if you boxed him?
He didn't box him. They had like a they had like a poll. They basically did like an actual Mania poll between Nick Fuentes and his buddy. And I guess he was winning, and now he's like, yeah, if we box for real, I would just destroy him. I would destroy him.
I had like a modicum of respect for him, thinking that he actually had a fight.
No.
I thought maybe he went out there and they judged the fight and gave it to the other guy. I was like, oh, damn.
Even though Nick is like 20 years younger than me, I would not be afraid to box him at all.
I wouldn't be afraid. I would be honored to box Nick Fuentes.
Would you rather box him or would you rather like MMA style fight?
I'd like to kiss him and have sex with him and pet his head and then hold him down.
Yeah, that's what I'd rather do. No, I mean, I don't know. That's a hard question, boxing and MMA. Like, I'm not trained in either, really. It seems like...
I think the more pressing question is, who would Nick rather have sex with, you or Billy?
Oh, he would want to get spit roasted by both of us at the same time.
At the same time?
That's why they call us DP, baby.
Okay, then.
You have 160 pounds on Nick, so Nick weighs like... I weigh 176 now. So he weighs like 15 pounds.
The other day, he would come within 5 feet of me, and I would turn on my aura, and he would be blasted. His skeleton and his organs would be blasted out of his skin. It would be horrifying. It would look like a horror movie. What I would do to Jaden would look like a fucking horror movie. People would be throwing up watching it.
This is so stupid. This is so stupid, Nick. You're 5'7", dude. You're 140 pounds on a Thanksgiving dinner night. All right, when you stuffed yourself, no Mary dildo on the nativity. You shouldn't be talking about inviting somebody unless you just got done having a bitch boy slap fight with Baked
I don't think
Alaska.
you'd ever
Talk about
box
that all you
anybody.
want.
Yeah, I don't think you'd ever fight anybody. He'd be like, "Don't mess up my face," kind of stuff, you know.
I don't know. I think I've seen the way he cowers to any woman that's physically dominating him when he's out in public. Like that one lady that came up when the 3 underage girls were crying in front of him. And then the woman comes up, "What's going on here?" He's like, just being a good citizen. Fuck off.
2 feet of me, and his skeleton would leave his body, and not in a cartoonish way, in a graphic and disgusting way, like you see on the internet. You know, like you see cartels. That's the kind of damage I would inflict on Jaden. Now, I don't want to do that. Okay, I don't want to do that because we love Jaden. Okay?
I've never seen a purer form of lie from Nick Fuentes than right here, right now.
Right.
He's always on some bullshit. But this is his purest, most like blatant bullshit I've seen yet.
You mean him trying to act like a tough guy?
It's a keyboard warrior type thing. Yeah.
Yes. Like, it's not just like a cartoon beating, you know, the only other place I've seen violence, it's like a cartel violence, the only other place I've seen violence.
Yeah, see, Billy said he was going to step in the ring with somebody. I think Billy would step in the ring with somebody. I don't think he would pussy out. I just don't.
Yeah.
Jaden's a friend of mine. He's a great America firster. And also it seems almost unethical because he is almost like a little kid. And in a certain aspect, it would almost seem to be like a crime against
almost
humanity
like a real adult.
to hurt Jaden. But
he looks like a ventriloquist puppet almost. You know?
Yeah.
But I think you know it and I know it and pretty much the whole world knows that if it came down to it, it would be like boop, and you know the guy would explode. So.
That's exactly how fights work, Nick. You're convincing us easily. I'm pretty fucked up right now, by the way. Just
that's great.
I'm a little bit buzzed myself, actually.
I gave up drinking for this diet that I'm on. So
I'm on a diet too, but I'm gonna imbibe a little bit. I actually seriously want to see this. Look at this. I actually bought exercise equipment. I'm not even joking. Look at this. Look at this. This is not
resistance bands.
By the way. Yeah, resistance bands.
Yeah,
that's 100 pounds total.
So
these workout muscles you don't even know you have.
I was obese according to the BMI. I was 212 pounds at the beginning of October, and now I weighed in at 176 last night, and that's my lowest so far.
I gained 10 pounds because of COVID. At least, but I want to get back down to where at least was before another maybe 5
I want to get
pounds,
down to 150. I want to have like a really low body.
God, no.
I want to have a really low body fat percentage. Well, and I want to. I've been lifting too, like all the time.
How tall are you?
I'm like 5'9".
Okay, well I'm 5'11", but still 150 for me would be way too low. The lowest I would like to get down
150 is a good weight for my height.
180 at the lightest. I'm not trying to go like endomorph.
I got this clothing because we have Mack Weldon as a sponsor, and like this shirt.
Damn, you do look thin. Yeah. You're good.
Thank you. Yeah, the shirt was an extra large, which is what I was
a little worked up there, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a while. It's COVID. I've been isolated, man. It doesn't take much.
Yeah.
Doctor, give me the nudes. I got a bad case of loving.
The nudes?
Like I said, I was sore as shit. I've had
the nudes
for a while. Well, not that long, but a couple of weeks, but 2 weeks. I think I got on the second. I think. But
Isn't
I mean,
that song about getting nudes from the doctor?
Holy crap!
Yeah. I started really lightweight and went like really slow with it, so I never had those days where I was too sore.
Well, I was trying out different exercises. Okay, these are for the biceps, these are for the quads.
Oh yeah,
these are for the pecs, these are for the triceps. And so there's a lot of different things you could do. So I was trying out different bands and different things, and then for like a week straight, I've been using them pretty hardcore. Now I'm going to alternate days for like legs and stuff like that. Give time to rest, but seeing what worked, and holy crap, some of those things, even by just doing squats with those things, the quads, holy crap, you can feel it.
I do cardio every day. I do cardio for 30 minutes when I first wake up, and then I do it for 30 minutes before I go to sleep every day. I've only skipped it twice between now and
what type of cardio do you do? You jog or have an
I have a machine that's similar to an elliptical. It's called an arc trainer, and I do that. It has like resistance on it, so it changes the tilt and the resistance, so it makes it like you're running uphill and stuff.
Yeah,
and over the months
that's a lot of calories. They burn.
Yeah. So I've just slowly escalated that. I only eat like one meal a day. It's like one good big meal, and then I have like snacks here and there.
Yeah, I don't like that kind of diet though. Some people have done that one meal a day thing. I think it's more energy efficient to kind of pace yourself throughout the day. But I'm trying to restrict myself for about 1,500 to 1,600 calories a day. I want to have about a 700 plus caloric intake. But I just had a show on this very thing with the person who is a physical fitness expert. She's kind of a guru who lost about 100 pounds, and she's kind of been helping me out. Are you looking at your mic? Are you getting excited by looking at Ben?
No, I was looking at me.
You are the definitive narcissist, yes.
Yeah, here's the thing that I run on, this thing right here.
Yeah, those burn a lot of calories. Now, I think they've overestimated how many calories a lot of these things do burn, but they still, I mean, if you could burn a couple hundred calories a day easily, that's a lot of weight loss.
I'd say I'm probably doing between 300 and 400 because I do it for an hour,
Yeah.
You know what's funny? People who burn a couple hundred calories a day on a little machine, when like eating a couple hundred calories less is so much easier. You have to just do less of what you're doing.
I do both.
Yeah, well,
I know.
Eating less. I'm doing the same thing. I'm restricting my calories and I'm exercising. So my overall calorie.
Diet is more important. Diet is more important.
I see so many people who don't like do the diet, but they go to the gym and just crack off of the gym. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
No,
you're spending hours in the gym and you're going and eating bullshit.
Yeah.
Like you're literally.
Eat fast food. I bought in. I roast cauliflower nowadays. I'll make a nice salad. I also.
I saw they have cauliflower wings at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Cauliflower, roasted cauliflower, dude, is the bomb.
Joey has those. Those that place Joey. Yeah, they have like I think they're like cauliflower wings, but I think they might be battered. I don't know.
Cauliflower is very good for a lot of things, and it's also very high in nutrients, like spinach. It took me a long time to want to start eating healthy again. I just didn't have the motivation.
Eric H. Christ says Billy is objectively wrong. I've been intermittent fasting for 2 months, but I haven't been working out and have lost a total of jack shit. Eric, I got some bad news for you, dude. You're wrong. You're doing something wrong, dude. It's math, bro.
There are reasons to do intermittent fasting, but you also don't want to have your metabolism get to the point where you're plateaued out. You got it. There's a whole bunch of factors. Like I said, I just did a complete show on this, and it is very complicated to actually get. It's a lot of math. I mean, we broke down the math because you have to maintain, your proteins, your carbohydrates, your fats, plus all, you have to have your vitamins and amino acids and protein, specific proteins. So to have a well-balanced diet is actually an art. It's something that you really have to look at. You can't just go, I'm going to eat Big Macs and say I'm well nourished. It doesn't work that way.
Got to check your macros, bro.
Yeah, I eat almost no carbs. Every now and
then.
Yeah,
I'm not going to go on a no carb thing. You're trying to really like lean yourself out, right? What body fat do you want to get down to?
Like under 10%.
Under 10%. That's pretty lean. But I would never go total carb restriction. You got to have some carbs, but were you eating a higher fat? Are you trying to do a fat diet? Or
yeah, my diet is mostly fat right now.
Yeah, fat. Okay.
So that's what I'm
But
doing.
you're not trying to do keto. You're not trying to do a keto.
I have
go
been
to ketosis.
I have been
Okay.
in ketosis.
So you're doing keto. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you get sick?
No.
Really? A lot of people that hit that ketosis will get sick because your liver starts releasing a lot of
I had
things.
this weird idea, Billy. Let me run this by you. Let me run this
It starts
idea.
with the ketones.
Okay, so what if you made a lasagna? You know how like lasagna's made, like all the lasagna ingredients, and then you line the bottom of the pan, the lasagna pan, with noodles. What if you substituted bacon for the noodles? You line the bottom of the pan with bacon.
I do like bacon.
And then fill it up like lasagna with the cheese and the sauce and everything.
You can do layers with like prosciutto and stuff like that too. You can do those thin Italian meats and then have instead of noodles.
God, that sounds so good, doesn't it?
You could use eggplant or stuff like that as well if you wanted to, like a thin layer of like eggplant cut outright to replicate noodle. Other things like that can also work. There's tons of ways to make keto lasagna. But
that sounds so good.
definitely.
Yeah, I don't want to do the keto thing, and I mean, like I said, because you're changing your body chemistry. Your liver literally is doing something else. It's taking the fat that's stored in there and breaking it down into ketones, and then using the ketones as energy rather than glucose. But
it's triggering your body into starvation mode.
It's similar to starvation mode.
Yeah, your body is used to processing the carbohydrates into fat, and you're eliminating that process. So then your body's like, "Holy shit, I'm not getting carbs. We have to start burning the fat that's already here."
Yeah,
the fat goes into storage.
But it also releases cholesterol and releases other things in bloodstream.
But scientifically, cholesterol was never a problem. That was the fucking big cereal trying to break eggs.
Oh no, cholesterol's a problem. I was on statins at one time because I was at high
only because of all the carbohydrates you ate with your.
Because there's a difference between the high cholesterol and low cholesterol.
Once you cut carbohydrates out, cholesterol actually makes you Superman.
Okay.
Superman
in the bedroom.
Yeah.
My
heart could stop any minute, but this dick won't.
Yeah, I just gotta. I want to get to a point of leanness where I'm comfortable, like, because I would have to take a nap after eating every time. I was at that point where like I would eat and it would I would have to go to sleep. I'd get winded like walking up the stairs and shit too. I did not like it at all. So I want to get like a lean, and then I'll start eating some carbs.
Yeah,
I'll have to.
Yeah, I mean, but you've done your research. So, I mean, obviously you have not just willy nilly this. You know what you're doing.
Yeah, like I've never felt sick. Like the worst I've ever felt is like when you're actively losing weight, you get kind of woozy sometimes. Like I'll have that every now and then.
I've been getting facial tics. I have a tic here that hasn't gone away in about a week, and it's been driving me freaking nuts. I can't stand it. It just sits there and twitches all day long.
Maybe it's late onset Tourette's, and eventually you'll just be like, cut.
G-Man.
Yeah.
But yeah, there are neurological issues that can cause it. And by the way, it's not potassium. I take potassium supplements, and I also have I'm well hydrated, so it's not about that. Plus I get tics in other places too, so it's not just like a nerve impingement or a blood vessel or something. I think it's just acute, but we'll see if it goes away. But
it is
I know what you're saying about being winded after you eat, or you just you want to sleep. You get
I could not eat without having to take a nap. Like anytime I ate, like it would happen like at a restaurant. Like I'd feel all tired, like I would almost have to fall asleep.
Yeah, well, that's probably because your glucose levels were fluctuating.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I had been checked for like hypoglycemia and other like blood sugar disorders. I didn't have it, but there was definitely something weird going on. It was a calorie overload, and I always felt like a big bloated balloon all the time.
Yeah, and do you get indigestion too? Because I used to like pizza.
I was having sleep apnea
pizza was
really
my bane.
bad.
I love it, but it kills me.
I could hardly sleep too because I had sleep apnea really bad too.
I just had GERDs.
Oh, I have GERD too.
Yeah. And also you had a hernia, and I have a hernia too. So yeah, we have a lot in common.
I had 3
We're just comparing how bad
hernias.
off we
I
are.
have something called Barrett's esophagus too, It's from it like my esophagus is fucked up from acid reflux.
Oh, from the acid coming back up.
I always feel bad like when I listen to people and all their ailments, because I'm like probably like morbidly obese times 1,000. I'm so fat. I'm so like disgustingly huge. And I was worse. I was even fatter at a point in time. And I never had like any of these problems.
It's
like,
age related.
He's not that
I'm
much
only
younger.
a couple years younger than Ben. Yeah.
Well, it happens. You know what actually made me the most sickest? When I quit smoking.
Some people
it's been 5 years.
Some people never have problems, and then it catches up to them, like on their
That's
50th birthday, something fucked happens.
Right.
And
So you
some
never
people
know.
never have problems because they John Candy about this bitch.
Did you guys smoke?
What now?
No.
I mean, like cigarettes.
I did.
Oh yeah, I did. I went like in my teens and 20s, and then like periodically throughout my life. But
when I quit smoking, I was in hell for like 3 days. It was complete smoker's flu.
I gave it.
Yeah, it was the most miserable. And I'm like, I'm not going through this again. And since I quit smoking, I have completely felt so much better than I ever did prior to that, because I smoked for like 25 years or whatever the hell it was. Don't recommend it. If you don't smoke, don't start. Cigarettes.
Yeah. No, cigarettes I gave up pretty easily once I just I got to the point where I just thought they were disgusting, so even though I was addicted to them, I just couldn't do it anymore. And even like there was a point in my life where I was having some chronic pain issues and I was on opioids legally for a couple years. And when I stopped taking them, I just stopped taking them. And I was at least smart enough to like not try to buy them off the street or something stupid like that. So I came off those pretty easily too.
Yeah. And smoking actually is pretty disgusting, but again, you're addicted to it, and it's comforting. And
I would crave a
but
cigarette.
I don't miss it. I haven't had a craving at all. I mean, my roommate smokes, and that doesn't bother me. I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I won't give up my coffee though. My coffee is one thing that I will not ever give up.
Oh no, I'm addicted to coffee. I drink it every morning.
I love my coffee.
The only time I can't drink coffee is when I have a hangover. It just makes me feel crazy.
Well, yeah, you drink water with a hangover, or
Yeah.
Pedialyte, or Gatorade. If you don't mind all the sugars. That's the problem with all those drinks. I don't like drinking things with high fructose corn syrup or a lot of sugars, because when you have 54 grams of sugar in a can, that you know how much of your calorie intake that is already? It's ridiculous.
Someone said apple cider vinegar cleared up my acid reflux and my GERD, bloating, all of it. And you know what? A lot of like, I would do that with kombucha, or I would eat like kimchi or like fermented sauerkraut or something like that, and that would help. But honestly, just not eating until I felt like I was going to explode every day for like every meal, and getting some physical activity pretty much.
Yeah, certain
helped
foods
me.
are worse. I tried the apple cider vinegar, which you would think, it's supposed to work, even though you have acid in your stomach and you're putting more acid in, but it seems to help people. It didn't work for me. I used 4 ounces of lukewarm water with half a tablespoon of baking soda, and I'll drink that, and that it makes it all better for a while. That's what I use. So it depends on the person. So some things, see, people swear by apple cider vinegar, and then some people swear by putting a base in, which is baking soda.
Like fermented foods and drinks always help my stomach.
You like that kombucha stuff, whatever,
kombucha? Yeah, it's
I've never tried it. It seems nasty to me. I don't know.
It's kind of vinegary a little bit, but they flavor it a lot. A lot of it tastes really good, like with what they flavor it. But yeah, it's actually like a fermented culture, that they like mix with other stuff to make it taste better. Yeah, I like it. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I would try it, but I just don't think it'd be.
I mean, there's all
like.
different types of. Chances are, there's at least one you'd like, because there's so many different flavors of it. It is kind of vinegary at first. Some brands more than others, but yeah, it's like a fermented mushroom culture is like the base of it, but they put so much other stuff in it that it's just like, it's like a soft drink. It's carbonated. They're like. pure kombucha, like the original stuff, actually has a little bit of alcohol in it. Like, it's like
Has it been fermented?
It's like half of 1%. And then there's actually like hard kombucha that is like 5, 6, 7%.
Someone in the live chat said you need equivalent of 1 kilogram of sugar per day for energy. Well, you don't want 1 kilogram of sugar. That
Kilogram? Yeah, that's
I mean, you're talking.
It's like half a
50
pound,
grams of sugar
right?
is a lot. I mean, most people are restricted to some between
hold
50
on.
and 100 grams a day.
Hold on, is a kilo double a pound almost?
A kilo is 1,000. Well, 2.2 pounds is a kilo. Or 2.2
Okay.
kilos is a pound.
Yeah,
So,
okay. And I always
so,
get
so one. So you're talking about that's a half pound of sugar about.
I always get like kilos and pounds and kilometers and miles mixed up because like a mile is like double a kilometer, but then it's the other way around with kilos and pounds.
Yeah, it's 0.8 kilo. Yeah, it's 0.8 kilometers for a mile. It's 1 kilogram is equal to 2.2 pounds. I had it backwards. Yeah, I did the same thing. When I was paying attention, 1 kilogram is 2.2 pounds. Yeah. So so that's actually 2.2 pounds of sugar. Can you imagine?
I knew the 2.2 pounds thing because I grew up in drug culture. I
thought you do gram. Yeah. So you do one gram in pounds.
Got enough kilograms to kill a man.
Yeah. But yeah, 1 mile is 1.6 kilometers. Yeah. People know their conversions.
I'm not a very fun drunk right now. I'm more like chill drunk.
That's fine.
I'm not like being Goofy Bill or
That's
whatever.
fine.
I think.
Yeah, you're all right.
Yeah, I'm starting to come down off my buzz, but it was fun. It was a great night.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap
Always
it
a pleasure
up.
with you guys.
Yeah. Anything you got coming up that you want to let the people know about before we end the show?
Well, we just have our caffeine corner with Cheshire at 11 o'clock on Mondays. And if you guys want to check it out, I did have Mark Pellegrino on. He plays Lucifer on Supernatural to come on. We talked about bullying last week on Caffeine Corner. We're a really good show. So if people want to go check that out, they may want to, check out my channel.
Go check it out.
I have amazing guests on. Like I said, getting Mark Pellegrino was pretty big. I had William Shatner retweet me, and Deanna Troy retweeted Cheshire.
That's cool. Yeah,
Nice.
I met Marina Sirtis years ago at a convention.
She seems real nice.
Oh yeah.
But William Shatner watched my show. I mean, he not only retweeted me, he also reached out to Mark Pellegrino, said he saw the interview. So,
well, let's get Shad on. I'm a
no,
huge...
Shad doesn't do podcasts.
Oh,
guess.
damn.
I mean, yeah, I guess he doesn't do stuff like that. I mean,
he's old.
Mark Pellegrino probably would, but anyways, that's all I got. I don't have much planned.
Do a shot.
Oh,
Bill Fridge
Brad
the
Lamb. We already hit the goal, my dude. I can't drink over goal now, Papa, for Streamlabs. Cheers.
Oh man.
I should play. Yeah.
Do you play Destiny 2?
I do not.
Oh, see, I just did a stream earlier today playing Destiny 2, and that's a pretty fun game. We're trying to get some gaming stuff going, like Team Fortress 2, Remnant from the Ashes. I got Cyberpunk 2077, but I don't think there's a co-op. I haven't tried it yet. But we just want to do more gaming stuff, just to
Cool.
relax.
Sounds like a good time. Yeah, I've been playing some games here and there too. Some Star Wars games.
Knights of the Old Republic.
I have been playing that again lately for some reason, but I've also been playing a newer Star Wars game called Star Wars Squadrons.
I never tried Knights of the Old Republic. Everybody says it's a good game, but I don't know.
Yeah. All right.
One of these days.
We are going to end the stream. Everyone have a good night. We will see you again Tuesday.
La, 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 la. Have a good night, guys.
Thank you guys very much, and always a pleasure with you guys.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants.